We welcome you to WAL 2018. $250,000 on the line here.
It is championship night here in Atlanta, Georgia. WAL 406, year number 4, our 6th event. And championship hammers will be handed out tonight. And over $100,000 in total will be handed out as well inside of Turner Arena, a sold-out venue here. What a venue for what should be an epic night in the history of the WAL. Alongside former 3-time world champ, best arm wrestling analyst in the world, Neil Pickup. My name is Ben Holden. It's been a couple of years. Good to see you again, Neil.
Oh, Ben. Guys, I've missed you so much. I can't believe I'm back here, and what a night to do it. The card is absolutely stacked. It's full of monsters, and we're going to get a look at them.
It's full of monsters, literally and figuratively. Devin Larratt will go against the monster Michael Todd in our main event sometime around 10:30.
Is there a bigger match in all of arm wrestling? And the lineup that gets us there is biblical. We've brought out the stars. They're inside the building. Todzilla, Todd Hutchings, Matt Mask, Marcio, Barbozza. We've got new formats. We've got excitement. We've got championships on the line. It will be thunder and lightning.
It certainly will be. We've got battle royales as well coming up. We'll get into that as we move along. Jerry Cadorette's here as well. Big Daddy looking to lay it down in RVJ against who I think's the most underrated guy in this circuit, Storm Ciolino.
And Storm's been a bogeyman for Rob Vigeant Jr. Rob on a tear, but he's going to be tested tonight. But it all leads up to Devin Larratt and monster Michael Todd. It's the headliner on a very, very special night.
It really is, and we take a look at our match card. Will begin with a battle royale. We'll get into the format of those once we get a little bit closer to the start of it. That'll be a lightweight. Then we'll have a middleweight, and on. We'll see the women's division as well. Todd Hutchings and Barbozza, they'll go as well. On the next page, it continues on, Neil.
And those super matches are ridiculous. We've got a stack of big names and big men, but we've got 3 hammers on the line. Lightweight, middleweight, and of course, the heavyweight.
Yes, indeed. So looking forward to seeing those hammers back here at WAL 406 here tonight inside of Turner Arena. And before we go any further, let's get you caught up and inform you of the WAL rules of the game. The referee begins the match by centering the competitor's hands on the table. The hands must be level, close, and tightly set. If their grip slips, they will be placed in the strap. During the match, the arm wrestlers must keep their elbow on the pad at all times. To win the match, a competitor must touch his opponent's hand or wrist to the pad or break the plane of the pin line. 3 fouls is a loss. And the crowd is energetic here in Atlanta, Georgia, here at a sold-out Turner studio. Tremendous turnout and support of the WAL, and Max Taubin, he'll be going in this lightweight battle royale. He's been sitting here the last 5 shows. He's out there now, Neil.
Mate, he's kept my seat warm, but Daddy's home. Tonight, he's back where he belongs, on the arm wrestling table, and what a night he's got. This is a new format. It's going to test endurance more than strength. And the lineup is ridiculous. Jamie Sheldon, Hale, Holland. Awesome lineup and an incredible event.
Going to be a fun night. Let's get now to our pit announcer back with us.
Tom Holland. This is a venomous individual. Holland so long, so rangy, so very, very fast at an unknown quantity.
Championship night. I'm so amped up, I wanted to go to Justin Roberts early. Let's go to him now for the introductions of the 4 men that will compete in our lightweight battle royale.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening contest is a 4-man lightweight battle royale. The first round will be a best-of-3 competition with the winners immediately competing in the final best-of-5 Battle Royale Championship. Introducing first to the pit from Boca Raton, Florida. He stands at 6 feet tall and weighed in at 169 pounds with a record of 8 wins and 8 losses. He had a huge win in WAL 401 Chicago and is looking to make a big mark today as one of the top young guns of the WAL. Ladies and gentlemen, Max Too Strong Tobin.
Let's go, come on. Let's go, let's go.
His opponent in the first round is one of the most animated and popular athletes in the WAL. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, he stands at 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in at 167 pounds. With a record of 9 wins and only 2 losses, it's the Hellraiser, Chip Hale.
It's time, baby. It's time, baby. It's time. Welcome this rookie to the big league, baby. The big league. Big league.
The next competitor in the Battle Royale competes out of Riverside, California. Standing at 6 feet tall and weighing in at 170 pounds, he too is a young gun of the WAL. He is the natural Jamie Shilton. And the final competitor in this 4-man Battle Royale comes to us from Slough, Berkshire, England. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighing 169 pounds with a record of 5 wins and 3 losses. He is one of the highest table IQ competitors in the WAL, Tom the Machine Holland.
All right, so they've all been introduced here, Neil.
What an incredible lineup. So much hunger, so much talent packed into that small space.
First
and it's
match,
going to
gentlemen,
get
to the table.
claustrophobic.
So Bart Wood, our head referee, will oversee this. So these in the Battle Royales,
Okay, gentlemen.
it'll be best of
Mask
3
it up.
until the final
your
best of
elbows
5.
down.
Let's listen to Bart.
Hello.
Get a peek at our tail of the tape, Neil. What do you make of that?
Hold on.
I make of that
Hold on,
Max
please.
Too Strong Tobin is a much bigger arm wrestler, but with much less experience. The Hellraiser has been finding his feet in the World Arm Wrestling League. I think his stride is firmly on the ground here. I like the Razor.
Yeah, he's been good. He was good in the last one. He's got those
Gentlemen, to the
fans
table.
on that he had on before when he won his match in
Set your
Cleveland.
elbows down and square up. I will align your webbing. Center of the table, no side pressure. Need to adjust this angle back a little bit. Got to come down to Mr. Hale. Right there, looks good. Do not cover the thumb. It'll be a foul. Close your hands.
Going back on me.
1 foul. I'll make the calls, I see it. 1 foul.
Foul called on
Max.
Todd.
Back pressuring his opponent. Open up. Stay
3
right
fouls, you lose the pull.
There. Close your thumbs. Stay right here. Come under here, Max. Close your hands. Fouls. 2 fouls. I'll let him go. You're pulling him right back.
Tobin flying very,
You
very
can pull
close to
down.
the win.
You can pull down. You can pull down. It's time.
You don't want me out of the strap,
Oh,
bro.
let's see who the man is in the strap.
You don't want me out of the strap.
I love it.
Relax.
So we'll strap him up.
High or low?
Low, yeah.
High or low, Max?
Low.
Squeeze down. Just don't pull back.
Okay.
Okay, let go.
Let's go, Chad! Come on, Jim.
Okay, here, let go. Let go. I got to get him level up.
Okay.
Jen, hold right here. Good. Okay, square up, gentlemen. Back this way a little bit. Jeff's way, right there. Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go.
So important, and underway we go! The raise over an enormous drive at the start. Jeff Hale just made a huge statement.
Clear your corners, please.
He really did. So 90 seconds here, Neil, in between pulls. The same as it is in the super matches as it's been all season. We look back.
The biggest thing to remember there is that this is a smaller man, and he gained the height very easily. An ominous sign for Max Tobin.
I didn't hear it. Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Passion and fire from Jeff Hale.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go. Someone yell.
Hale,
Either one of you. Both of you.
geology consultant. He's from a family of geologists. One-time college baseball player. He's found his calling in arm wrestling. Max Tobin attended Florida State, studied nutrition, now works in the real estate field and dabbles in television a little bit.
He does indeed. Max Tobin, nice to see there. Kept himself nice and relaxed.
Nice and square.
Jeff Hale, the man with more experience,
Right
but
here, fella,
real
right
maturity
there.
shown there
Close your
from
thumbs.
young Max Tobin. He was run over in round one, but that could
Close
be just
your
an
hands.
angle. It can be a slight mistake and something he may be able to
No,
correct.
you both covered the thumb knuckle, so that's offsetting. Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Nope, I gotta see knuckle. Both of you guys are going too high.
Max applying a great deal of pressure.
I don't spit no venom, I breathe fire!
Close your thumb. Come down, both of you. This way, this way. Whistle, time, go into the strap.
Yep. The 30-second clock they put on for that strap to be applied. Bartwood's had enough.
I think we're going to see a lot of that this evening.
Yeah.
And at this stage, Jeff will be very comfortable with it. He's trying to keep that explosivity, and he wants to be fresh for the later rounds. He's going to try to put Max to bed.
And that's a big key in these battle royale, something you and I were talking about. And you go first, it gives you a little bit more time. You go second, you win. You got to come right back after about 5 minutes and go again to try to win it.
Without
Gotta go Jeff's way
question,
a little bit.
endurance is critical at this stage of the battle royal.
Good. Close your hands.
Come on, that's fair.
Gotta come down a little bit. Close your hands. Go.
And away we go, and that is a dominant hand and wrist. And Jeff Hale is in total control. Max now a fish on a line, and he's just been put in the frying pan. Wow.
Winner.
Jeff Hale dominant.
All about the hand and wrist, and Max Tobin there didn't have the power in the center of the table to take control.
You gotta go all backwards. V-O-D, I'm a god!
You know, it's got to be the Vans he's wearing. I'm telling you, Neil, he came up and joined us on stage in Cleveland. He's wearing those Vans that Jeff Spicoli made famous in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He's looking good tonight.
Oh, in so many ways.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first bout, the Hellraiser, Jeff Hale. And now we see our next best of three contest between the natural Jamie Sheldon and the machine Tom Holland.
So the next two combatants are at the table, Neil. Jamie Sheldon on the left, Tom Holland on the right. And we look at our tale of the tape between these two. What grabs your eyes the most?
You know, what's most important for both these men now is that they finish quickly. The longer, taller guy is Holland. He's got to make that advantage stick. He needs a fast finish.
Okay, gentlemen.
All right, here we go.
Close it. Don't foul yourself out. Gotta go this way. Hold on, open up. I gotta line this up. Close your thumbs. Go in the strap.
Tom Holland's so relaxed
Okay, open
there.
up.
He is a calm customer, isn't he?
Open these up.
Yeah, there's a lot of nerves at this stage also. These men don't know each other well. There's a little bit of a feeling out process there, and they're trying to keep a lot
This
of
has
that in
to
the
come
tank. They
underneath.
know
Palm
what's
to
ahead of
palm,
them.
Jamie.
A lot of lessons are going to be learned in this first 10 seconds of the match.
So Bart Wood applying the strap, his wife, Jen Wood.
Good.
One of the 3 referees. Mike Fontenot helping out as well tonight. Best 2 out of 3 here, trying to advance to the final, where the winner will face Jeff Hale.
They want to advance, and they want to advance cleanly. They want to advance as cleanly shaven as Jamie Sheldon's head. This is important. They have to move, and they have to move at pace, because the Hellraiser is fresh as a daisy.
Okay, come around a little bit. Boom.
Best of 3.
Right here, gentlemen. Stay right here.
Watch for that hand
Close
on
your
wrist.
hands. Go!
Here we go! We are deep inside. Tom Holland has set the hook. He's so tight. He supinates so very hard. An ugly, awkward position for Sheldon. A massive win for Tom Holland. Exactly where the young man from the UK wanted that to be then.
No question about it. So 90 seconds for them to regroup and go to their corners and do what they need to do. And Tom Holland, last saw him in Norfolk at 4:04.
Jamie, go to your corner,
down
please.
on the pad.
Yeah.
You're off. You good?
Yeah, it's good. Kind of quick jump on that one. No. That's my corner.
You know what's most surprising there also, Tom? A lesson to be learned for Jamie Sheldon. He knows little about Tom Holland, but you look across the table and Holland looks like an ultra-marathon runner with a salad obsession.
Yeah.
But this man is super powerful. He wants the match on the inside. He wants the match to be about power. Jamie Sheldon looks the bigger, he looks the more powerful man. He looks like he's been carved out of rock,
Yes.
but he just lost a strength match. Big, deep breaths and trying to stay calm.
20 seconds, gentlemen.
Holland, very relaxed right now, a picture of concentration. And Jamie obviously felt that first one. He's got his hand aloft. He's trying to get that lactic acid away from the forearm. Those muscles blow up quickly. You require more oxygen in there, and Sheldon
Okay,
knows
gentlemen, to
that.
the table.
But he's an experienced competitor. He knows what he needs to do. Here we go.
Here we go. Tom Holland trying to win it and advance to the final in this lightweight battle royale against Jeff Hale if he can win here.
Close your thumbs.
Good
Stay right
situation right now for Tom Holland, but
Close your
can't
hands.
underestimate
Go.
Sheldon. Oh, that's a big advantage on the hand and wrist, and a shake of the head from Holland tells the story. We are high, we are outside. It's all about the top roll, and he's hanging on to Sheldon's hand. Sheldon has lost hand control, and he's probably, whoa, dodge a bullet there. That could so easily have been the call. The benefit of the doubt given by Bob.
Very close.
Yes.
Tom Holland will be unconcerned. He was in total control. Sheldon needs to dig deep into that bag of tricks and pull out something, because right now he's got little to say to Tom Holland up there.
Well, Sheldon, when he went against Jeff Hale in Norfolk in 4:04, was up 2-0, lost that match 3-2. Trying to flip the script. He's got to win 2 in a row here to advance.
He was, but he won both those
Okay,
matches
square
on
up, gentlemen.
fouls whilst being dominated by Hale.
True.
And one ominous sign for Sheldon
Close
is
your
that
thumbs.
he's losing his hand and wrist
Bring this in.
at a frequent pace. He cannot afford to
that
do
straight.
that
Close
against
your
a
hands.
top
Get that
roller
wrist.
of Holland's caliber.
Close your thumbs. Stay right here.
Tom Holland trying to close it out in a 2-0 sweep.
Close your hands.
Distance between his elbow and back there. Wow! Man! And wow! That is a fast finish, and that is a dream start for the man from Great Britain. I'll tell you what, that
Good job.
sets up an
Nice job.
incredible
Two corners,
final.
gentlemen.
Holland and Hale are going to meet relatively fresh, and that's a dream situation.
Tom Holland.
So Tom Holland advances. He will take on the Hale Razor, Jeff Hale, who raised plenty of Hale in his first match of the night, Neil, as we look back at Tom Holland's work.
Tom Holland wanted to get this match out of the way quick against the dangerous Jamie Sheldon, and he did just that. The pressure was applied more when we saw that quick win from Jeff Hale, but talk about step up, champion's response from Holland. The young man really showing his caliber there.
No question about it. 2 men left. They're going to try to decide it. Jeff Hale, one of them. Tom Holland, the other one.
Give me the cue.
Now, the benefit that Hale has in this situation is that he knows Holland well. and that is key.
All right, so that is up for grabs, that Battle Royale Championship chain coming up. The finals of our WAL Lightweight Battle Royale. Great to have you with us tonight for WAL 406 inside of a sold-out Turner studio here in Atlanta, Georgia, alongside Neil Pickup. My name is Ben Holden. Great start to this event, Neil, and the tail of the tape here in the lightweight Battle Royale final, Hale and Holland.
It'll be hard to see two more opposing physical characters than these. One tall, rangy, the other short, compact and powerful. Both these men blisteringly quick. This is a coin toss. It could go either way.
Both winning 2-0 in their first matches. If you're just joining us, today's stream being provided by BR Live. Download the app on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV to catch all of the WAL action.
Okay, to the table, please. Set your elbows down, square your shoulders, gentlemen.
It is on the Hale Razor.
Yes.
The Hale.
Elbow down.
The lean machine, Tom Holland, the final of the Battle Royale of the World Arm Wrestling League.
Come down to him.
So you got a quarter, you said a coin
Yeah,
flip,
come
that's
down.
how you feel, right?
This is so interesting. Both men like the power match. More options are
Close your
available
thumbs.
for Tom Holland because of that
Watch
height.
this.
But
Can't cover that.
the cerebral approach of the
Close your
Hellraiser
hands.
usually finds
Go.
a way. Huge draw! Oh! Bounces off Jeff Hale, and I think he's got the pin. Wow,
Yes.
that was incredible. I
Man.
didn't think that had gone down. But
Right
Tom
here, Jeff.
Holland, apparently with the
Right there.
parallel pin, just to explain, he
Winner.
took Jeff's arm below the
Yes.
level of the pad, not a contact with the pad.
Yep.
It's known as a parallel pin. It was so quick. I didn't see it then.
It was ultra fast.
At the end of the day, I don't need to. The guys in the black and white do, and they did. And Tom Holland, what a start for this young man.
Minute 11, guys, if you want it.
90 seconds still here in this
Here we go.
best of 5 now.
Notice the approach, Ben, of Jeff Hale.
Hold
No
your
bravado.
position once you come
No
down.
business at this
Yeah.
stage. He knows now what he's against. He
Yeah.
knows the magnitude
Tom, I
of the
gotta have you
challenge
equal.
presented.
Square
by
up,
Tom
gentlemen,
Holland.
both of you.
This is an
Straight up
extraordinary
wrist.
tall
Down.
lightweight.
I
You
don't want to push you
don't
down.
face
Just want
many
you to
people
open
of
up
this
so I can
height
see
in this
it.
weight division.
See this?
Yeah.
I gotta have this totally level. Right there. Close your thumbs. Stay right here. No side pressure. Bring it back. Loose, loose. Close your hands. Go!
Huge hit! Oh, it's a second win for Holland. Jeff Hale started rapidly. He lost his hand and wrist, and he tried to bail. He was looking to run and to get to the strap, but he was too late. And the reactions of Tom Holland were like a cat. He jumped on him and took that pin. Let's have a look at that.
Yes,
Huge
let's.
drive, but he runs into a brick wall. Look at the application of the hook there. Absolutely phenomenal catch. Drives forward, uses the pad
Great
so
look
well.
there.
Incredible underneath the pin pad for Tom Holland, and look at what it means to that young man. Explosive hit, explosive win on an explosive night.
Big time. He's got a 2-0 lead, needs one more win to take this lightweight battle royale. Jeff Hale's got work to do. If you're Hale, what do you got to do here to adjust?
I would be looking for the strap. The strap may give him different options in terms of anchoring Holland's arm down and trying to maintain
Okay,
the
loosen up.
angle. He's
Oh, I
being
gotta get you
turned
down.
underneath. He's
You
being
gotta come down.
supinated. He
Right
needs
there.
to keep that
Close your
pronation,
thumb. That
to
looks
keep
fair. Right
Tom
there,
from
gentlemen. Stay
tucking
right
as
here.
deep as he
Close
does.
your hands.
And right now, the strap may give him that chance. This is better from the Hellraiser. He's driven in with the tricep, not getting excited there, but Tom Holland, despite the length of his arm, loads this position. He is happy there, he's contented, and he'll try to squeeze his way back into the match. This is about fatigue, and that is a very big win for Jeff Hale.
Some Hale was raised right there, wasn't it?
Wasn't it just? But
Man.
the biggest thing for Hale there, he's still not getting excited. He knows he's far from where he needs to be in terms of completing the task ahead.
So in the corner, and then
found a
here
way.
comes the money. Oh, Hundos, you gotta love the Benjamins, right?
Doesn't it just? That makes things so much more serious.
Got 1 minute.
You put money on the table, people try harder, Ben.
Yes, that's a
These
lot
guys
of
do
incentive.
it for fun, but they like to do it and get paid.
Yes.
Look at the face there, Tom Holland. Little swallow back there. The nerves are jangling a little bit now, and he thought, I mean, this kid had a terrible journey to the United States of America. 30 hours of travel, missed his flight, and has had very little sleep. But he couldn't have dreamt in those few hours of sleep the start that he would get against this man. But Jeff Hale, so clever, so intelligent at the table, and he's been exploring, experimenting.
Yeah.
Where is the hole? Where's the gap in Tom Holland's arsenal? And he may have
Nice
just
fair
unearthed
setup
one.
like the
Got a
last
win,
one, looked
he's on the
good.
board, his confidence will be
Open up,
ascending.
relax, set your elbows
So
down.
Tom Holland trying to win this
Open up so I
lightweight
can
battle
see where it is.
royale. Jeff
Down,
Hale
Tom.
needs the win to
Right there,
survive
that'd
and
be nice.
force a decisive 5th pull.
Down a little bit, Tom.
He managed to
Right here,
keep
equal.
the center of the table. That's
Right
critical.
there. Close your thumbs. Stay right
Less
here,
of a
gentlemen.
hit, more of a
Stay right here.
move far position and
Close your
await
hands.
your opponent.
Go.
Trying again, and needs to be careful of that elbow at the front of the pad, Jeff, but he's got where he needed to be, and Holland tucks in tighter, but the tricep there is doing the damage, doing the work, and the short lever of Jeff Hale is a weapon. Tom Holland trying to maintain that position, and if he can get separation from the shoulder, and you can see we are now alive, oh, a reignited Hellraiser.
When you come inside, you come into.
Evil has a home, and it's Atlanta. Tonight, the darkness has fallen on the table, and Tom Holland has just been encapsulated.
Yes.
It's turning from a dream
Do we have
to a nightmare.
a cooler with bags of ice?
So it's
much
going.
has he left?
Okay.
Sorry, Neil. It's going to a
For injuries.
5th pull to decide it. We got 90 seconds,
Go get
clock
bags
winding
made
down
up.
to
Need
65 to
bags.
go. Holland with a
Well done.
2-0 lead, but Hale has come back.
And you'd have to say that the momentum now mentally probably swings to the older, more
Sure.
experienced athlete. This was a dream start for Tom Holland. Jeff Hale has got that resurgence in the match. He's managed to find a position that he can get to. And now it's the turn of Holland. What have you got, Tom? What have you got? Can you find a top roll? You do need to make a change, but that's a brave man that will do it. And Tom looks like he's suffering there. He's got the ice on that elbow. He's feeling the wear and tear. The devil is dancing.
There are those fans that I am such a big fan of. Hale's worn them in every event he's pulled in this season here in 2018 in the WAL Supermatch Now Championship Series here tonight in Atlanta. Here we go, Neil. They're both making their way back. Winner takes all that cash on the table. 10,000 bucks laying there for him.
Tom Holland, 2 pins. Jeff Hale, 2 pins. Both gained in
30
very
second
different
clock.
ways. The last 2 matches have gone into one position, and it's exactly where Jeff Hale wanted it to be. Tom Holland has to be brave now.
Down,
He
down,
has
down,
to find
down,
a
down,
different
down.
angle, a different way to test the Hellraiser.
Bring it down,
He
Tom.
knows he's got the ability. Has he
Right.
got the bravery? We're about to find out.
I gotta
are.
bring it around, palm to palm. Stay down, Tom, please. Close your thumbs. Come this way, right there. Straight. Keep this nice and straight, gentlemen. Close your hands. Go!
And here we go! Big drive! Jeff Hale sets that tricep, but Holland comes back. Enormous pop! Oh
Follow
my
on Hale.
word! Jeff Hale is riding the look. He's on a wave of good fortune there. In his last outing against Sheldon, it's fair to argue he had the rough, but he is getting the smooth.
Strap being applied.
He thought it was a pin.
Raise your webbing,
It
Jeff.
was definitely close.
Yeah.
I like the strap. It
I
tells
gotta
no
bring this up
lies.
before I do
Exactly.
anything. Lower your webbing, Tom. Before I do anything, before I tighten it, I gotta have the webbing fair.
Great
Down with
approach
Tom,
to
up
that
with-
final match from
Right there.
Tom Holland. He
Yeah.
learned
Up high.
from Jeff, and he took the risk. And sometimes when you gamble, it lands on the number.
Yeah.
He certainly did there. That young man was in control.
Set your
Very
elbows.
unfortunate not to go home
Set
with
the
the
elbow,
cash.
please.
Here we go, Neil. Winner takes it all. 10,000 on the line.
Move and counter move, and we're going to see something different here from Hale. I can feel
Close
he's
your
going to
hands.
try and time
Go.
this. Holland has so much to choose from. He's gone for that top roll again, trying to peel open the hand and wrist of Jeff Jeff is going to the bank now. He sold a lot of it there and again, but Tom Holland was equal to it.
That was it, baby.
Was that the pin?
You got it.
It was called by the down ref. Wow! Jeff Hale.
Hey! Mad respect. You one bad dude.
What a match.
Yes. I love that about this sport. The respect between the competitors is like no other.
You know, these guys love each other. Usually at this point, the Hellraiser would be dishing on his opponent and giving it to him. He loves that kid. Few things in life are inevitable. Death and that Tom Holland will win.
Hale counting his money. We'll look back at the final pin, Neil.
Look at the movement there from the Hellraiser. He knew he had to finish early. He didn't have long to wait there. He had a slim opportunity for victory, but the experience paid off, and he drove it all the way home. He's taken the soul of Holland.
He certainly has, and one more look from up top.
Massive drive from the Hellraiser. He's talking to Holland. He called the pin and deserved the win.
And a fistful of cash for Jeff Hale. He's standing by on the stage down in the pit with our Jason Zone Fisher, who's always in the zone.
Wow, the Hellraiser, you were down. Many thought you were out, but you never gave up. What did it take to come back and win that match?
Listen, I tried to stump this fool. I tried to beat him in his own game. But no. He wanted to come inside, deep inside. And you know what I say? That move don't work on me unless you got power.
Well, you had the power tonight, but that was a tough battle, and I saw you said you are a bad man. You talk about a little bit of the respect you have for your opponent, Tom Holland.
Listen, I know Tom, okay? And he is a bad dude, and I got a lot of respect for him. I got some history with Tom. We've been at this once before, so he wanted a little redemption against the Hellraiser. Yeah. But dude, I already stole his soul once. I'm just here to do it again, baby.
Woo! All right, and I heard you saying, where is he? Where is he? As you were taking the money, who are you looking for right now?
Where is he? Where is Luke Kent? Now, there may be a lightweight championship tonight between Luke and Sam, but I'm telling you right now, and everybody else out here, that I'm the man in this class. And Luke Kent, if you got the cojones, come and find out what I'm gonna do to you, baby.
Wow. All right, well, the Hellraiser, he knows how to talk the talk, but tonight he walked the walk as well. What an amazing way to start this off tonight. Ben and Neil, back to you guys. Woo!
Thanks so much, Jason. What a statement from Jeff Hale there, huh?
Wasn't it just? He was run all the way to the edge of his capabilities there, but the test was passed, and it was passed with flying colors.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. We're not done. We're just getting going here, folks, at Turner Studio in Atlanta as Jeff Hale takes the Battle Royale and the cash and the championship chain as he defeats Tom Holland. When we come back, another Battle Royale and another chain will be handed out like Hale's got. We'll see Frodo Hoagland, Quinlan Mendez, Mike Celieris, and Nicholas Nanastad when we come back to Atlanta. Final event of year number 4 in the WAL. It's WAL 406 here from Atlanta, Georgia at Turner Studios. Our main event coming up later tonight. It'll be Devin Larratt and Michael Todd. Let's listen to these two earlier today.
Michael Todd and I have quite a history.
Devin Larratt epitomizes the sport of arm wrestling.
Michael Todd is always the bridesmaid.
My match with Devin Larratt is going to be such a war, he's going to have to re-enlist to find somewhere safer.
Michael Todd, when faced with defeat, will crack.
I'm the super heavyweight champ. He's going to have to try to take what's mine.
He has never won a real world championship.
What I'm going to have to do is just beat him on pure heart and desire.
This match is going to be insane.
All right, so those two great competitors talking it up, getting ready here inside of Turner Studios. And our referee in the middle, our head referee, Bart Wood. On the left, Jen Wood. And Mike Fontenot, who stepped in on one of our WAL events earlier this year, our third referee. Let's speak some WAL now with Bart Wood talking about the hook.
Hi, I'm Bart Wood, head referee of the World Arm Wrestling League. I'm going to go over how to speak WAL. Hook is a term you'll hear during a match. A hook is when the opponents twist their wrist straight down, and now all the pressure is arm to arm and out of the hand. During a match, you'll also hear the term top roll. Top roll is when the person wants to attack the hand and stay away from the arm. So they simply drive back into the fingertips, rotating out to the corner of the table. During that process, sometimes a slip occurs. Both opponents go out and they slip out. That's when we bring out the strap. Another term you'll hear during the match is the press. A press is simply when the opponent gets his shoulder behind his hand and he shoves straight down with as much pressure as he can. These are all terms and techniques that you're going to hear during a match, and that's how you speak WAL.
All right, back here inside of Turner Studio, and we're going to welcome you over to our humble abode. I mean, this is top notch, folks. I mean, what a spot we've got. Neil Pickup.
This is where it all goes down.
3-time world champ. Great to have Neil with us. My name is Ben Holden. Coming up next, another battle royale. This time, Neil, in the middleweights.
You know, we saw some intense stuff in that lightweight class. The middleweight, probably going to be even more brutal. I cannot wait.
Well, let's take a closer look at the men that are competing in this, and we start with a guy you know well.
Relentless Frode Haugland. It's all in the name. This man has no backward step. He likes to win matches ugly. Doesn't matter if he loses his hand, but tonight he's facing Quinlan Q. Mendez. This guy, it's like arm wrestling in a mirror.
Yeah.
He's the North American version of the warlord that is Frode Haugland.
All right, then you got the chemist, Mike Salieris here.
Salieris loves the mind games. He likes to create puzzles for you. He likes to mess with your mind. He's going to need every ounce of that tonight against the incredible natural phenomenon that is the steel giraffe.
Very good. So those are the competitors. Twitter fan poll, Neil. The results say. What do you think?
I think that there's a lot of weight in the corner of Nanostad. He's got to get through a tricky Salieris, but if he can do it fast and can do it clean, there's a lot of truth in what the fans are saying.
All right, so our second battle royale of the night. For the introductions, our pit announcer, Justin Roberts.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is a middleweight battle royale. The rules remain the same as our last contest, with the preliminary matches being best of 3, followed by the championship in a best of 5. Soon to be approaching the pit are 4 middleweights who are so close in ability and heart that we are in for some intense wars. Approaching the pit first, competing out of Bergen, Norway, standing at 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighing in at 196 pounds. He was the winner of the Norwegian Men's National Championship at the age of 18. He has a WAL record of 4 wins and 4 losses and is known for his passion and drive at the table. He is Frode Haugland. His opponent in his first preliminary match, competing out of Bryan, Ohio, standing at 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighing 197 pounds. He is also known for his immense passion and drive at the table and had a huge win in WAL 403. With a record of 16-8, this is Quinlan Mendez. And his opponent, competing out of Hamden, Connecticut. He stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 196 pounds, with a record of 28-17 in coming off a huge win last month at WAL 405, he is one of the smartest and most savvy competitors in the game. This is Mike the Chemist Ciolino.
Winner.
And the fourth participant approaching the pit, competing out of Helsingborg, Sweden. Standing at 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighing 194 pounds, he is one of the most feared arm wrestlers in the WAL. A nightmare to deal with at the table, combining skill, strategy, and tenacity. It's Ambush Nicholas Nonistan!
So the introduction's complete, Neil, and you see the 4 men that will take place, just like we saw in that lightweight battle royale. The first 2 matches will be best of 3s, and then the final will be a best of 5. Tail the tape, Neil, Frode and Quinlan, your thoughts on these guys?
2 very different approaches to this match. Frode Haugland would make this standing on the scale with a cheeseburger in his hand. Quinlan Mendes cut half his body weight. And when he came out from behind that screen, he looked like a light heavyweight. He's huge tonight.
Yeah.
Will that count? In terms of their ability, nothing to pick.
Gentlemen, to the table.
All right, head referee Bart Wood getting them set, Neil.
These guys have wanted to face each other for so
Set
long.
your elbows down and square your shoulders, please.
The fans have wanted to see this match for so very long.
I wanted to see it for very long, too.
Close your thumbs.
Mendes will be going for the quick finish.
Close your hands.
To him today, wants to make that size count. Big drive, enormous top roll. His hands so powerful, so thick. Little deep breath there from Mendes.
Stop right here. Stay right there.
Quinlan Mendes, his father, his wife, many of his family members here. Another thing I love about this sport, it's family-oriented. People base their vacations around it.
We do indeed, and Quinlan very close to his dad, Dave.
Yeah.
We've got a very endearing relationship, and Quinlan's all about heart. It's hard not to love this guy.
Yeah.
And the same can be said about Frode Haugland, that not only their styles on the table that mirror one another, they're very similar characters.
Strap applied, first pull.
Here we go.
Quinlan's dad watching there on the lower right.
And away we go! Massive drive! Quinlan Mendes with an early win. He goes wild. Dave almost broke into a smile there, but he swallowed it back. Doesn't want to get too carried away.
Doesn't want to get too far ahead, right?
Yes, sir.
There's a look back, Neil.
Yeah, it was a great start. He gained hand and wrist early, and look how stretched out Frode is there. He couldn't get that match onto arm. Quinlan is in his hand, and that was the key to victory. That's where he's got to stay, and a great start for Mendes. He'll love that.
So Mendes, who at 4:03 in Cleveland beat Tony Katowski 3-1. Frode Haugland took Celieris out in Baltimore in 4:02, 3-0.
He's had a real emotional roller coaster in 2018, Quinlan Mendes, but this is a man who's fueled by emotion, fueled by passion.
Yeah.
Bereavements earlier in the year threw him out of his stride, but we may be seeing the very best of what Mendes is capable of. That's a fantastic start. Frode Haugland looks like he's been sponsored by toothpaste since the age of 3. This man doesn't know how not to smile.
Yeah, Mendes dealt with a death in his family, as you mentioned. Found out after he pulled in Chicago. I know you'll remember this. We talked about it a lot on the broadcast. Had a bleeding ulcer that night.
He did indeed, and good to see that behind him.
Yes.
And that was a fabulous start. Frode Haugland now has to find something, and he has to find it quickly. There's no margin for error now. The pressure is on the Norwegian.
Mendes, 1-0 lead, can put it away here if he wins it.
Yes, he can. Frode Haugland wants to turn this into the dogfight we all anticipated. The battleground.
Close your hands.
Middleweight. Whoa, sweet child of mine.
You pulled him right off center.
Mendez. Yep.
One foul.
Another Dave looking on there. You saw him.
Can't
3
back
fouls,
pressure.
you
can
lose
down
the
pressure.
pull. Just one here on Mendez.
Right there. Close your thumbs.
He's to stay
Stay
calm
right here,
there. He's
gentlemen.
got great position. He
Close your
looks
hands.
really dominant on the setups. Big drive from Hoagland, and this time he sets it deep and tight. And that is what we wanted to see. Ladies and gentlemen, we are deep inside. And Hoagland has got it on arms. Who is the stronger man? Florida Hoagland, relentless Florida Hoagland, trying to squeeze back, edging back onto the, little elbow pop there.
Foul.
Ooh,
Elbow foul right here on
that
Proto.
looked like a foul from Quinlan too. Quite confusing.
So they each have one now.
Yeah.
1-1. Restart.
That's a straight. That looked unusual, but in a lot better position than we have here.
Yeah.
And it's a shame
We had
that
the runner
ended in
going
that way because that
earlier,
was
then his
warming
elbow
up
popped
nicely.
Up, so that gives you the foul.
There was the explanation from Bart Wood.
No, it's not on rules. This is-
No.
Remember what rules? Whoever fouls first gets the foul. They don't negate.
Florida Hoagland, yeah.
He's like, I just want to win, man.
No pressure here. Right.
He got the match where he wanted it to be.
He
I
did.
think
To where I need to go.
Quinlan Mendez is fighting a losing battle there, and he may be a little bit shy of going back there again. I expect Q to look for something very different here.
Close your hands. Go!
And away we go! That's better from Hoagland. He's deep, he's tight, and he's managed to get some separation now. Turns that around and drives the elbow. No, no touch. Digs in tight there. That was not a foul. He rolled onto the belly of the forearm. I question that. Quinlan Mendez is tight, but I just think that was not.
Elbow hop on the start. That's 2 fouls over here.
Misfortune.
Restart.
Yep.
That was on the belly of the forearm all day.
Yeah.
Elbow did not come up. I'd love to see that on slow. That's the sport then.
Yep. 2 fouls on Frodo Hoagland.
Just like this.
Mendez.
You know who's going to be celebrating this most? It's Nicholas Navas
Yes.
and it's Michael Soliani.
Yes.
Because they'd love
Yep.
to see these guys beat each other to death.
Yes. Wear yourselves out there saying, right?
Let's have 10 starts. They would love this to happen
Right there,
time
center.
and
Close your
time
thumbs.
again.
This way, a little bit.
Frodo Hoagland looks the
Right here,
stronger
little
man
bit
here.
more. Right there.
Mendez
Close your hands. Go.
doesn't want to get in there again. Big drive.
That was a match. Elbow foul.
That looked like a huge elbow foul again, but I'm not sure it's the win.
No, when he was doing it, his elbow came up.
Yeah, I was going to say that surely was a huge foul.
Your elbow popped up as you're
Yeah,
coming over.
I was going to say.
That
is.
Elbow came up. That's how you gain the leverage. You came up like this.
Yeah, it looked like a very large elbow foul.
So look at it again with 2 fouls now.
2-2 with fouls.
Hand off the front there,
2
actually.
to 2
Then.
fouls. Settle in.
What'd you see? Did you see it?
Close your thumbs.
I thought it looked like it came off the side as he swept as well, but hard to see from that angle.
No. No foul. I gotta see thumb knuckle. You both are going high. I gotta see thumb knuckle. Open up. Listen. Give me nothing right now. Nothing.
In the lightweight battle royale, we saw the match end early in both instances in round one. Not the case here.
Close
And
your hands. Go.
whoever comes through this, they're going to have battle scars to boast, that's for sure. Hoagland has put the brakes on. He's in a bad spot. And Quinlan Mendez has used it all. He's gone to the back of the pad, and it's a waiting game here for Hoagland. But can he dig him back up from that position? Q's got to be careful. He's ridden the fouls. There it is, and that looked clean. What do we got?
Bart's saying no.
Came off the back.
It is off the back.
No, I got his. I got his.
Quinlan off the back of the pad with the elbow.
Dude, when you're doing your move back here, your elbow is that far back off. No, it was not. Do you think I'm gonna lie to you? No. All right. Winner match. They're saying
Throw that Hoagland.
1-1 now.
Yeah.
It'll come down to the 3rd pull.
Soon as he dropped, it slid back.
Let's look back, Neil.
Yeah, it looked like Quinlan. I actually called it at the time, if you recall there. I said that looks like he's popped off the back of the pad. Look at the distance there. You can clearly see Q's a good 2-inch off the back there. That is definitely an elbow foul, and maybe the pendulum of fortune swinging the other way, but Great for the fans, great for us up here in the commentary booth.
Yes.
Horrible for the men at the table.
Yes, because they have to turn around and go, whoever wins this, and go against the winner of Nicholas Nonestad or Mike Celieris.
It's almost the polar opposite of what we saw in the lightweight.
Yeah.
These guys have got off to a horror story of a start. I mean, this stuff will keep you awake at night. You want to come through this clean. You want to come through this without the scars. Both men are beaten up. And, you know, it's too early to predict what's going to happen at the other side of the draw.
Right.
You potentially got a battle there, but if either one of those men is able to come through clean, then they have a great chance here. Here we go.
You said when we talked a couple of weeks ago about this match, it would be pure fireworks.
It's got a lot of twists and turns here, actually more than anticipated at this stage, but when the guys got arm on arm, it had the makings of a career ender.
Start the match. Both of you are doing it. Then we're going to have to keep reaching. Let's go.
Dave there is going through every emotion. I think his son is also, but Quinlan has been here before. It's not his first rodeo. Both these men very experienced in Supermatch format.
Look right around here. Close your hands.
Decisive.
Here we go! Massive drive again, Hogan with that awesome arm strength. Locks it in there and trying to go into a counter. Quinlan Mendes driving hard to the back of the pad. Again, that elbow bend. It looks that's off the pad. It came there. And now Florida goes on the attack. I thought Quinlan was off again. Big rotation there. And there's the hand control from Hogan. Needs to keep that wrist. Q is in trouble. He's lost the hand and wrist. Very difficult position. There's the pin, and that's the win. Frode Hogeland, little smarter on the day, little more ability to adapt, and how much has he got to take to the next round?
That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question. What a battle that was.
I mean, it can be a premature celebration. It's lovely to get through that first round, but let's have a look at it again.
It's a 2-1 win for Frode Hogeland. He advances to the middleweight Battle Royale final. Here's a look back, Neil.
Yeah, it was all about the hand control, exactly what you didn't expect. But to be perfectly honest, when you are in your game plan, everybody is happy. It's when you can step outside that comfort zone and do something different. Tonight, Frode was the man that could do it and probably deserves the win on that.
All right, very good. Our next match will be Mike Celieris.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it will be Mike the Chemist Celieris taking on Ambush Nicholas Nonestad in 3 rounds.
Justin Roberts there with the introductions and the tail of the tape between Celieris and Nonestad.
You know, Michael Celieris here is one of the best hand technicians in the game. He can make you feel so horrible in the setup, but he's got a huge challenge in trying to bring down the lever of the steel giraffe.
All right, so to the table we go.
To the table.
And Bart Wood.
Square up, elbows down.
The mental battles have already started.
Yes, they have.
Right there. Close your thumbs. Stay right here, gentlemen. Right there. We got to go to Mike's side.
The size of Celieris' hand.
Right there. Yeah, got to
Huge.
go down. All of a sudden, you're going to get fouled. Right, there you go. Close your hands.
Physically gifted individual in the hand and wrist. Oh, hit so hard, the steel giraffe there. He
went down to steel.
Yeah, he landed on the floor, but the strap is going to be applied.
He flopped around like LeBron James.
What was interesting there is that Michael Celieris looked really, really strong in that hand and wrist. There was no give there.
Celieris at 405 in Los Angeles. Family always there. Wife Deb and all the kids.
Yeah, really wonderful father, Michael Celieris.
Yeah.
And it's extremely endearing. Watching him with his kids, he puts all his time and energy into that family, and a beautiful family it is.
Close your thumbs.
Indeed.
Close your thumbs.
Defeated Ellen Guara 3-0 in 405 in LA.
No pressure. Over this way, this way, this way,
Michael
this way.
trying to work the hand of Nonestad before the match has started. He can't afford to expose his own hand by doing so. Celieris moves around now. That's good for Mike. And that is the win. Michael Celieris did a number. on the steel giraffe there, and that was intelligence.
Yes.
That was angles, and it was precision. It wasn't about strength there, it was about making the right move at the right time. He closed down the space, he brought down the arm, and then he utilized the distance.
Let's take a peek back, Neil, at that pin from Mike Celieris.
This is a hand masterclass. Soaks up the hit there, squeezes to the back using all of that pad, and then adjusted forward and took the pin. That's where his leverage does him favors. You can see him turn the palm so that Nicholas's palm is facing the ceiling. That puts it onto the bicep, and from there he could roll back harder. Fabulous arm wrestling display there from the chemist.
In the family section, showing their love for their father, and he psychs himself up.
And that is a cute little kid right there.
Yeah.
Isn't it just?
Celieris, if he can put Nanistat away here, he would move on to the middleweight battle royale final, where he would take on Frode Hoagland.
Jen just went and whispered something in the ear of Bart Wood there, and I'm not sure what it was, but we may find out in a second. I don't think it was anything that's going to create a change in what we just saw there. No, Bart saying nothing, that's good.
Okay.
We're going to be going live again, and Nanistat with work to do, Ben.
Okay, gentlemen, to the table, please.
10 seconds to go. Bart Wood calls him up. Celieris trying to put it away here, and quick fashion in a 2-0 win is what he's looking for.
And Michael Celieris right now is in a wonderful, wonderful position, because he came through that match clean, he used angles and he used timing, and there's no real fatigue in his arm there. He's doing what he does well. He's dominating.
Now I gotta go Mike's way. More, a little more. Guys gotta move. Fight, come back with him. Okay, right there. Stay right here, gentlemen. Watch the thumb knuckle. Close your hands. Go!
Nanistat needs something, and he needs it now. We're going back into the strap, and that'll delight Mike Celieris.
Thank you. Okay, just get the webbings, and don't waste any energy, gentlemen.
Michael got off to a terrible start, as you said earlier, Ben, against Frode Hoagland this year. Yeah. But that may have done him a lot of favors, because since then he's been in the ascendancy, totally resurgent. He got back to basics, and he's doing what he does. He's taking hands, he's taking wrists. Here we go.
Trying to put it away here.
So experienced. I mean,
Okay,
he's a man
square
that's
up.
20 years plus in the game.
Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go!
Closes down, starts to drive. This is good for Michael. It's over. Michael has everything there. And that's the win. And it is an impressive, impressive win. And Michael Celieris is in a wonderful position. The opportunity for victory in this battleground couldn't be more right in front of him.
Celieris!
Well, Celieris advances in the, we just referenced it, about his loss in Baltimore at 4:02. He lost 3-0 to Frode Hoagland. He's going to go against him coming up in the middleweight battle royale final. Let's look back, though, at what he did in his second win of the night in round one.
Yeah, it's all about the hand dominance there. This is what Mike does. It's his signature. If he takes your hand and wrist in the match, there's a very, very slim chance of you getting it back. And Michael came ready. He's brought his A game. You can see how solid his hand and wrist are there. And he's saving it all. He's got it all in the bank. He's in great shape going into this last round.
All right, we'll take a timeout. There's our finalists, Mike Celieris and Frode Hoagland. We'll see them in the middleweight battle royale final when we come back to Atlanta. And we welcome you back. Championship night here inside of Turner Studio. Sold out crowd here tonight, and we're set to go in our middleweight battle royale final. And we'll take a look at the tail of the tape. Anything specific here grab your eyes, Sir Neil?
It would have done 10 minutes ago, but right now, the overriding factor is the freshness of Michael Celieris. Frode Hoagland was in a battle. Michael used his wits and he's clean. Huge opportunity for the chemist.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best of 5 final matchup in the middleweight battle royale between Frode Hoagland and Mike Celieris.
its way in. 10,000. All Benjamins, Neil, pick up.
Yes, sir. And Michael Solaris must be very excited right now. He's in a situation where he managed to execute his game plan to absolute perfection. That was like a military operation. He went through Narstad cleanly, smoothly, and he's facing a damaged, battle-scarred Frode Haugland. What an opportunity for vengeance against the man who took his soul last time out.
Yep, that was May 17th.
Hey, gentlemen, to the table.
4:02 in Baltimore.
Set your elbows down and square up.
A 3-0 win for Haugland. Remember talking to Mike in LA, he talked about Alan Guara. He said, last time we went, he beat me. Cellier started claiming the money. He said, I watched video after video. Guara sent him one, and that's all. As if he needs any more motivation, right?
You know, this is a student of the game. Michael Solaris has been arm wrestling for many, many years, and arm wrestling well for many, many years. This isn't brute force and ignorance. This man looks at angles. He looks at the way through his opponent. With Frode Haugland, he's facing a very different athlete to Nicholas Narstad. Frode needs to make this ugly, needs to make it close, tight, and about power. If he can put some damage into Mike, it starts to level things.
Close your hands.
Huge favorite here, Solaris.
Best of 5. Here we go, Neil.
Yeah!
Wow. Yeah. Not too surprising, to be honest. Frode looking to try to dive through him, ditch for the straps. He's going to need a different approach.
Yeah.
Michael has a steel hand. His hand is rock strong. It's huge. Physically impossible for this man to pick his nose. He cannot be taken to pieces by just trying to dive through him sideways. You need much more finesse. You need much more table smarts. Frode Haugland needs to think again there. That's an easy win. It was a giveaway. What have you got, Frode?
Gonna find out here as they're set to go. They switch sides. Cellier on top, 1-0 in the best of 5.
Yeah, he needs to utilize that side pressure, Ben. He's been looking to go backwards or forwards. I think the way here is directly sideways. If he can set this on the arm, it could change things a little bit. My concern is that Michael has just too much in that hand and wrist, and he's so fresh.
Yeah.
He's just come out of the shower and he's toweling down. I mean, this is good stuff from Michael.
Close your hands.
I've missed it, partner.
Wow! Haugland there with the... Oh, my word!
Little tap on the head of Cellieres.
That was purest tricep pressure, and he took the pin by pushing him to the pad on his side of the table. Bart Wood, perfectly correct. That was a fabulous win. Look at this. Drives him straight forward. There's the drive, there's the pin, the hand and wrist below, Mike's side of the table. Look at this, watch this, there it is. Mike is on Frode's side, and that's a pin. Fabulous decision from Bart Wood. Remarkable move from Frode Haugland. Bart Wood showing his experience and class there. That's why he's the head referee. He knows the game. He's got pedigree at the table.
Come this way. Before we're going to
is
do
back
anything,
in the
we're
match.
going to get you guys in the middle.
Indeed he is, 1-1.
Close your thumbs. Stay right there.
Expect changes from Solaris. He's already talking.
Get under the knuckle.
Close your hands. One foul. Pull him off center, Mike. One foul.
Michael is rattled.
Stop the games, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Little rattled. He's angry and he can't afford to be angry. He needs to stick to his game plan.
His way. 30 seconds.
Frode going to walk round, going to smile, maybe jump into the crowd, shake a few hands, kiss a few babies. Wants that clock to run down. If he can find the strap, he can make this ugly.
Yeah, he could. And a difficult match with Quinlan Mendez, far more taxing than Cellieres had.
On the 1-1, Mike has one.
It'd be a remarkable victory for Frode. If he can come back here, wow. You know, talk about go out on your shield.
Beat Cellieres 3-0 and 4:02 in Baltimore back on May the 17th. Mike trying to turn his fortunes around in that department.
Frode is an unusual man to deal with in that you can take his hand and wrist, and if he can keep his arm in the center of the table, if he can keep purchase in the match and make it about arm strength, he rarely loses.
Don't make me have to muscle you guys around here. All right? Listen.
Let's go. In the center. Close your thumb. No pressure. Mike, back off the pressure. Back off the pressure. Right here. Go. Close your hands. Go.
Wow, big drive from Mike to the side. Oh, Froda stopped it. Now this is interesting. Froda may put some fatigue into Mike here, and that's a game changer. Soliaris is extended. Froda is smiling. He's already looking to the camera. This is pivotal, Ben. Make no mistake about it, because if Froda Hoagland can fatigue, look at the foul from Soliaris. That was a biblical foul.
No win. One foul on Mike. Elbow.
Huge foul.
That takes us to a 2 count on the fouls.
Second foul for Soliaris, more significant. A little bit of burn.
Hold on.
Froda Hoagland, from the land of the Viking. This man is
First
never more at home
Froda.
than when he's covered in
2
blood.
fouls
He
on
loves to
Mr.
get
Froda.
into the
Only
war.
1 foul.
Michael
on Mike in the
Soliaris
match.
now needs to stay
You need
calm.
to switch that.
To relax and get back to what he does, get back into his
Open
groove.
up.
Froda Hoagland is starting to make this a dogfight.
Stay right here. Just don't move.
Soliaris won the first pull. Hoagland came back, won the second. Best of 5.
Square up right here.
He was going to take a
The
2-1
count
lead.
is 2 fouls on Froda, 1 on Mr. Soliaris. Stay right here. Close your hands. Go!
Underway we go! Much better position this time from Mike. And he's coiled around, he's exposed the hand and wrist of Froda. The arm strength of Froda Hoagland is marvelous. That is incredible. Soliaris had everything there, absolutely everything. But Froda has dug it back and he's starting to make Mike work. This is good for Froda Hoagland if he can get his wrist back. Soliaris now staying tight and calm. He's got a good position. That was an elbow foul. Froda needs to concentrate on the match and not on the fouls too much. Look at the joint strength from the Norwegian. I mean, he's in a terrible position. Surely it's a win. He was calling a foul.
2-1 Soliaris now. A win away from taking
Get your
it.
minute 30,
Perfect,
gentlemen.
mate. Absolutely perfect from Michael. He got a great start.
Yeah.
He got back to where he wanted to be, and you know, he actually was brave enough to come forward to get further out. He regained purchase, he walked. He regained purchase, he walked. Froda lost a little bit of focus there, and it cost him dearly.
So you know they're going to take the full time here, you would think. The full 90 seconds that they're allotted between each pull. And the clock now down to 65 seconds until they'll be back at the table in position, ready to go. Soliaris will try and win it in 4.
This match is far from over, Ben. Anybody
yeah.
at home watching this thinking it's done and dusted? Very much not the case. Froda Hoagland is still alive, oh. Michael Soliaris, if you look at him right now, had his arm in the air, he's feeling it. The lactic acid is building up. It's going to come down to, can he keep position or will he get drawn into the dogfight? If it's the latter, he's in trouble. If he can stay smart, if he can keep boxing, forget about the punching, he's not going to match Hoagland there. He's not going to match him in a match of brute force.
About 25 seconds.
I think Froda will be looking for the strap one more time. He needs that anchor point. And there were times in that match where he had it in the bag. But losing the focus against an arm wrestler like Mike is a cardinal sin. And he was punished for it.
He was. Gentlemen. So Bart Wood calls him up. Flip sides of the table, and Soliaris will try and get the 3rd win here.
Okay.
Froda Hoagland.
Let's get a nice fair start.
Managed to give a really good of account of himself here, and I don't think he can be too upset about this performance after his first round match with Mendes.
Gotta move this way.
Michael Soliaris
there you go.
Needs to just retain that focus, retain that cool. He's still got all the advantages.
Take this kick out. Square up.
Less fatigue in that
Close your
arm.
hands. Go.
Big drive from Froda. That's what he was looking for. No surprise there. Notice how calm Michael is there.
Yes.
And he knows now, I think, that he's put enough fatigue into Froda that he's pretty guaranteed to be able to take that hand and wrist. I don't think he's worried about that now. What he wants to do is create distance. He wants to keep Froda away from his shoulder, not allow him in with the tricep. If he can do that, his opportunity for victory increases greatly.
$10,000 on the line. The winner here in this middleweight battle royale. Wife Deb and the kids looking on. Mike Celieris.
Up, come up.
The youngest child there, clearly traumatized, can't look. Literally nail-biting stuff there. Magical. Sure. This is great memories as well for Mike's family. Looking back on this, I mean, what a warrior.
Here.
No question.
More.
Here we go. Moments
right
away.
There. Stay.
Pivotal round.
Stay straight.
2-1 Celieris with the lead.
Underway we go! Hogan with a huge drive onto that tricep, but Celieris looking good there. He's driven around, and this is a great position for the chemist. I think he knows that he's in fabulous shape here. He's starting to press. Froda's in trouble. Surely he can't come back there. The fatigue is the winner, and Michael Celieris, you know, you cannot begrudge Celieris that victory. He's so diligent, he works so hard, and he takes his medicine. When he has a bad day, he swallows it back. He asks himself very honest questions, and he goes home and trains harder. Well done, Michael Celieris.
Yes.
He deserved that win. And that's one his family will remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the middleweight battle royale, Mike Celieris!
Got the cash.
Great shots there, Ben. Michael.
And let's look back at Celieris putting away Froda Hoagland.
He came up, he knew he had it there, he kept calm, he kept smart, he did his job. He came to work, his family were watching, and Daddy done good. That was excellent. What a tremendous match, what a tremendous memory for these kids.
Well, we've seen it throughout the entire WAL season.
Come back there, the fatigue is the winner, and Michael Celieris, you know,
Celieris, we've talked about it, we know his commitment and his family, and they are on stage with him now, standing by with Jason Fisher.
Wow, congratulations, Mike, and the entire Celieris family. Amazing. You guys roll deep. What does it mean to have your family with you at all of these events? I mean, they really give you that extra edge.
I mean, the fans, I love them. I feel their energy. My family's right here in my corner. I just can't lose, man. I feel all the vibes, they come into me. I feel it. And it's just, I got the upper hand when I got my family in my corner. I have that unfair advantage. It's 6 against 1, and I'm all about winning today, man. Thank you.
That's amazing. I feel like I'm a part of the Celieris family at this point.
You are, man. All of humanity, we're one big family, man.
You lost to Froda earlier this season. How does it mean, what does it mean to you to get over the top against him and to win this championship chain tonight against Froda?
I mean, when Fro beat me 3-0. I ain't even beat him one match. So, I mean, he had me training harder than I've been training. So I got to thank him because he pushed me beyond my limits, and I'm just going to push it from here forward.
Well, congratulations. You won tonight, and you win the championship chain. Let's bring it in. Congrats. All right. Congratulations.
I got a future singer over here, and he's got something for you. Sing it.
Have you ever in your strong-armed life met a strong-armed sailor with a strong-armed wife?
Yeah!
All right, amazing. The Celieris family stealing the show. Neil, Ben, you're gonna have to sing to top that.
I'm not singing, man. That's great. Appreciate it. Great to see the family supporting Mike again, and he takes it and takes the cash as well, defeating Froda Hoagland here in this battle royale. Yeah, it's a lot of cash.
Isn't it just? And he can spend it on something nice for those kids. That was wonderful.
No question.
Well deserved.
The championship chain. And coming up next, the women of the WAL, Michelle Dugan, Vicky Carlson, Dimitrina Petrova, and Fia Rysik. They will take center stage when we come back to Atlanta.
My importance of psyching myself up before a match is all about getting adrenaline. The human body is more capable of doing extreme amounts of measures with your adrenaline pumping as opposed to if you come in natural and just sitting there with a regular persona going on in your head. So my whole objective is to get myself up to that next level where it's not humanly possible to be able to do that on a regular standpoint. So one of the things I do to help get my blood going, get my adrenaline going, is I take deep, deep breaths, bring that oxygen in my lungs, pace around, get my blood moving, start to warm myself up, then I visualize everything that's going to be happening in that match. Now that game day has come, now it takes me to that whole new level where now it's all going to happen, everything's starting to get real, my adrenaline naturally starts to fire up.
Well, we just heard from Matt Mask there, the man he will face later tonight. Neil Pickup right there, Jerry Cadorette getting his mind right backstage.
Big Daddy, the Ginger Dread Man. This is all things super heavyweight, clearly winning his battle with anorexia.
Sure, he'll appreciate that as we welcome you to our office for the evening. Neil Pickup, Ben Holden, great to have you with us on BR Live. Time to talk about the women of the WAL. Now, what do you think of the four we've got here tonight that will be on display next?
I mean, this is all about one thing. Everybody has come here to try to put a chink in the armor of the phenomenal Fia Isaac. Fia is the most successful arm wrestler in the history of the World Arm Wrestling League. She's never known defeat, Ben.
She's a part of it. Product of Sweden, and Michelle Dugan a part of it as well.
North America's finest. I mean, look at the physical stats of this woman. She looks rock strong and is. Dimitrina Petrova, Bulgaria has some monsters. Not all of them look like Krasimir. And a newcomer in Victoria Carlson. We have some thunder and lightning ahead of us. The ladies can do this, and it's going to be exciting. Battleground delivers.
Indeed. Battle Royale in the women's division for the introductions. Justin Roberts.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our first championship bout to determine who will be the next women's middleweight champion and owner of the coveted WAL Championship Hammer. The field consists of 4 competitors who will compete in a semifinal best-of-3 match, where the winners competing head-to-head in a best-of-5 match to determine the champion. Introducing first to the pit, competing out of Syracuse, New York, standing at 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing in at 154 pounds, she is one of the most decorated WAL competitors with multiple titles and an impressive record of 25-7. She is the current WAL middleweight champion, the Black Scorpion, Michelle Dugan. And her opponent is along the line of amazing Swedish arm wrestlers. Competing out of Luxella, Sweden, this extremely versatile competitor stands at 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighed in at 142 pounds. She is Victoria Bicky Carlson. Our second semifinal match features 2 world-class competitors. Introducing first to the pit, from Cadorette, Bulgaria, she stands at 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighs 121 pounds, Dimitrina Petrova. And her opponent in this semifinal match competes out of Ensamheden, Sweden, which translates to the Solitude. She stands at 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in at 151 pounds. She is a top-ranked middleweight everywhere in the world, and in 2016 she was the first woman to win 2 WAL Championship Hammers. She is currently undefeated in WAL competition. She is Fia Isaac.
All right, the introduction's complete, Neil. Back to a Battle Royale format. And we'll take a look first at Michelle Dugan and Vicky Carlson. Tail of the tape, what grabs your eyes the most amongst the particulars on them?
to be perfectly honest, it's that size difference. I mean, you could see it when the ladies walked out there. The Black Scorpion has the height, she has the levers. She's got to make this about the top roll. Vicky Carlson, super powerful on the inside, shorter lever. She loves to get into dogfights. This could be interesting.
Ladies, to the table.
All right, very good. So there's Michelle Dugan. Down at Syracuse, New York.
Okay.
Some advantages here for
bring this in.
Michelle. She's experienced at the World Arm Wrestling League, and that counts for a lot early on. We haven't seen her tested yet.
Close your hands. Go.
Big drive, powerful hand. We're looking for the strap. I think that's a key thing really with Michelle Dugan. You know, she looks the part, she looks so powerful. She's run through her previous opponents. And that leaves a lot of questions, you know. You don't know where her potential is. In the immortal words of my wife, how big does this thing get?
Is her husband looking on?
A little nervous at the moment, but everybody up there is going to be nervous early on, but Michelle looked good in that start. She had hand control. The strap can change things. Victoria will look to turn her inside to make this about arm on arm.
Michelle's way a little bit. Good. Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go!
Big drive. Oh, Dugan all day. That was great from Michelle. That's exactly what she needed. And her hand and wrist was rock strong. No give there.
Quick work there is Storm Ciolino down in her corner as well, helping out.
He's known for that hand and wrist strength himself. I'm sure we'll see evidence of that later on, but a dream start for the Black Scorpion. And
the other side, Vicky Carlson.
It's right underneath you, Sarah.
The nerves will be really peaking now in Vicky Carlson's corner. Riser. Okay. Yeah. The athletes have an opportunity, if they feel low at the table, to use the riser up to 5 inches in height to give them that additional height. And this could be a big thing.
45 seconds.
So they get that in place, and take a look at some of the vital stats here on these two. What grabs your eyes here?
We talked about the requirement to hit the hook for Victoria Carlson. That's where she feels really good. That technique requires her to be close and tight. The big thing there is at only 5'2", she has a disadvantage on a table that's built to suit a man of 6 feet in height. That riser going to give her the opportunity to get closer, tighter. She obviously feels that if she can get onto the arm of Michelle Dugan, that she's
ladies,
a far better chance of success, and I couldn't agree more. But great start from the Scorpion there, and she looked really comfortable. I mean, that wasn't sort of there was no staggering, there was no jerking, it was smooth, it was controlled, very effective.
Dugan trying to put it away here.
Both going early, offsetting.
Really early start there. And
square up, Michelle. Close your hands.
There's the drive, a lot better from Vicky, much better. Victoria able to keep some purchase there. This is going to be interesting now because the strap sort of makes you have more opportunity to utilize the arm strength. And one of the biggest factors here is the experience of the Swedish girls.
Yeah.
These girls have an absolute talent pool over there of people to train with. Michelle doesn't have that same luxury. She's training often with men. That enhances her power, but not necessarily her technique. It doesn't allow that refinement.
Michelle Dugan, a look of focus and determination, trying to win and advance to this women's Battle Royale final.
Fascinating story from Michelle. She's battled serious illness and come back victorious. Oh, that's done again. Wow, that was solid. Questions answered. That was dominant. Michelle Dugan there. I mean, you couldn't have wanted more from her. She knew what she needed going into that match, and she dominated. That's a great performance.
Let's look back at a quick match and quick victory for Michelle Dugan.
We said when we were looking at the tail of the tape that she needed to keep the height and she needed to make it about the top roll. That is exactly what she did. Look at that, textbook domination of the hand and wrist. Victoria Karlsson unable to get close enough to get anywhere near the hook. That's a great performance from Michelle.
Camp Dugan happy.
Yes, indeed, and as we said earlier, with the lightweight battleground, puts her in fabulous position, Ben. She's clean going into the next round.
Let's go, Team Sweden.
So, Fia Rysik steps in now against Dimitrina Petrova. We'll take a peek at the tail of the tape here real quick. Neil, what's the big thing to look for here?
Bigger girl in Fia Rysik, more experienced girl, but look at that weight difference, 151, 121. Every other area is similar. Dimitrina Petrova has one silver bullet here. She must set the hook.
So Fia Rysik there, the top woman in Sweden.
To the table.
Top in the world.
She really is. I mean, this is a dominant arm wrestler.
Please.
And it's interesting how she feels the pressure there. Is it going to be
Close your thumbs.
manifest itself
Close
in
your
confidence,
hands.
or will she
Jump.
feel, oh, great start. Notice that Dimitrina sacrificed the hand and wrist to get the strap. That's what she's looking for. And this is a girl with real pedigree. Multiple national, European, and world champion. So she's a banana skin, you know? Fia Rysik, I was having breakfast with her this morning, and Fia was feeling this. She was, you know, she said, everybody expects me to win so easily. You got to remember, she's competing against a multiple world champion. This is not a walk in the park.
Yeah. It's never as easy as it looks.
It's certainly not, Ben. And Rysik, while she's got big advantages,
Stay right here.
she also has
Close
that
your hands.
ever-present threat.
One foul. Throwing in.
Little
One foul on Fia.
turn of the wrist from Fia.
Close your thumbs.
She felt the power there
Close
from
your hands.
Dimitrina.
Go!
On the way we go! Oh, Dimitrina is at the hook! Now we are on. This is great for the Bulgarian. She's so powerful inside. I'll tell you what, Dimitrina's got this. That's the pin, and the Bulgarian showing what she is capable of. By no means is this match done and dusted, but we said in the tail of the tape that Petrova brings a threat. The threat of the hook is very, very real indeed. And for the first time in her career in the World Arm Wrestling League, Fia Rysik has to ask herself the question, what can I do? What changes? What adjustments are possible to prevent that from happening?
You have a minute. 1 minute.
She only has one more arrow, Ben.
Yeah.
One more shot.
Best of
smooth.
Best of 3 here in the Battle Royales.
An interesting fact about the Bulgarian guys, these fellas train very differently. They don't go into the gym and lift weights. They live by one theme, and it's that if you want to be a good arm wrestler, arm wrestle.
Yeah.
If you want to be a good tennis player, play tennis.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
This isn't about weightlifting. It isn't about going in there and trying to just increase your physical strength. It's about doing that at an arm wrestling table so that the familiarity up there is honed. Especially subject arm wrestling.
No
and
question.
Dimitrina is performing well and under massive pressure.
Big time, leading 1-0. It's a best of 3 here in this
You ladies ready?
second semifinal.
To the table.
The winner will face Michelle Dugan, who won 2-0 in her match against Vicky Carlson. Petrova trying to make it a clean sweep, but against the best in the world, it won't be easy in Rysik.
Rysik starting with a more open position.
your
She's
hand.
looking to try to utilize more speed. Wow, there it was.
Oh,
Very close.
wow, that was close.
Yeah, she was really close, and that was a great start. But the difference is now that the strap is applied, that's going to allow that side pressure to connect far earlier from Petrova. Fia Rysik has been stung. She's been knocked down. But from that evidence, it looked like she got up pretty good. You can see the focus right now, etched all over her face. Dimitrina, similarly, and this isn't a woman who talks it up, you know. Dimitrina, they say it's the quiet ones you got to watch for. She hasn't said a damn thing for 3 days.
For 3 days.
3 whole days, and she has not spoken.
Close your hands.
Whoa, 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 sweet child of mine.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hold her off center.
that was a little early, but
Here, down here, right here. I'll do it. Yep.
Dimitrina was in a great position there as well. When that match stopped, she set the hook. So
Square up.
Little scary for Fia Racing. She cannot make a mistake now.
Close your hands. Go!
On the way we go! Wow.
None there. None at all, Neil.
Wow! Champion's response, mate.
Big time.
Champion's response. 1-1. Look at that again as Dimitrina heads to a corner to speak to Krasimir Kostadinov, her coach. There's the drive, and look at the angle. It was sort of a half-moon arc. You can see that Fia Rysic's elbow takes almost a half-moon shape. She drives around and then back to the far corner. You see that? She sort of circles, semicircular hit. She drove around the wrist and hand of Petrova, wouldn't let her set the hook, and then swept across, drove her to the pad. Great equalizing pin, showing the caliber of what we've got at the table. Very interesting for Michelle Dugan is the fact that whilst we've seen this match swing back and forth, it's done so quickly.
Yeah.
Nobody's got scars. We're not seeing another sort of Horgeland match.
Mendez.
This is a very different set of rules and criteria up here. These guys are punch, counter punch, but it's speed, it's precision, finesse arm wrestling. You see the big swallow there from Dimitrina, that little gulp.
Yes.
Those are the telling signs. And look at the big smile by contrast breaking on the face of Fia Racing.
So down to 20 seconds before they're going to be back to the table. We'll have the decisive third pull coming up. The winner will advance to take on Michelle Dugan here in this women's battle royale.
Fia Racing,
right there. Close your thumb.
undefeated. She's lost her
Let's see
first
this,
pin
okay? Close your
in the
hands.
World Arm Wrestling League tonight. Wow, big drive again. Total and utter dominance on the hand and wrist from Fia Racing, but that won't concern Dimitrina. Petrova wanted the strap. That's where she lives. She can close that space down. She wants this to happen in a phone box. Good angle there, looking over the shoulder of Victoria Karlsson. Very close-knit arm wrestling community with the Swedes. And Fia Racing focused on the job in hand. The Bulgarian, Dimitrina Petrova, formerly Dimitrina Dimitrova, recently married, smaller girl, but if it comes to arm strength, very, very capable indeed, evidenced by that first pin.
Okay, square up.
The start here is critical for both arm wrestlers.
Close your hand.
Whoa, 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 little drive there.
We'll start.
Big sweep again.
Come down this a little bit.
Fia there going for the same soup warmed over, and I don't think that would work. You're going to see much more side pressure and much more commitment on this hit from the Bulgarian. She's going to really attack hard to the side. Fia needs to try to make some adjustments there.
Close your hands. Go!
On the way, big drive, there's the pin!
There it is.
That was smooth, that was clean, that was clinical. That was the World Arm Wrestling League champion, Fia Racing, with a win.
She looked it there in the last two. Down 1-0 to Dimitrina Petrova, comes back, and Fia Racing
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Fia Racing.
will take on Michelle Dugan in our women's battle royale final. We look back at Racing in the pin, Neil.
Yeah, let's look at that key to victory. The little angle there, the pressure to the side. She swept across, and just as Petrova starting to put the brakes on, that little extra press, little push off that lead leg, and it did the job for a very excited Fia Racing. She comes through clean.
Indeed, it did. So we'll step aside, take a time out here from Turner Studio. When we come back here at WAL 406, Michelle Dugan will take on Fia Racing in the Battle Royale final in the middleweight women's division. Stay tuned, we're back right after this on BR Live. And we welcome you back here to Atlanta, Georgia. Michael, Todd, Devin, Larratt, they're coming up in our main event sometime in the 10:30 to 11 o'clock range, Neil. That's the one you don't want to miss. You want to watch them all, but that's the one you want to stick around for.
Indeed it is. There's no bigger match in the world of arm wrestling right now. Two guys who are riding a wave of intensity, and they're going to collide head on tonight in Atlanta.
And that'll be our main event coming up later in our final match of the night. Who's going to take home that Championship hammer in the women's middleweight division. We'll find out momentarily. First, let's get an up-close and personal look, an at-home look with Fia Reisek.
My name is Fia Reisek and I'm from Sweden. Here is the village where I grew up. I love Storuman. It's special because it's just my relatives here. And this is the house where I grew up, my mother and father's house. This is my mother. Yeah, she's my hardest critic. She say, but you can't win if you don't train. Now I train, it's your fault. So I love come home and train with the school. My father was the trainer.
We have 40 to 50 people here training hard. It's in the heart, in the brain.
We are the biggest club in Sweden. We have around 20 world champions. Their main purpose is to become an arm wrestler, good quality.
So Storuman is like an arm wrestling mecca in Sweden. My best training partner here is Heidi Andersson. Me and Heidi have been training since we started.
When I started, I was 11.
And I was 7. Heidi have won like 11 world champion titles. And she's my cousin too. Here we have our gym, outside the playground gym. This have definitely been a part of the success. I have to do this. I want to win. We tried other sports too, but we're sucked at every other sport.
So a great look. So a great look there at Fia Reisek in her homeland. The tail of the tape, Neil, what do you make of that?
You know, similar situation to what we saw earlier, but the stats are leveled out now. Michelle had a big size advantage in her first round match. Fia is a much bigger opponent, but he swings back to that experience, and that is the deciding factor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best of 5 final matchup in the women's middleweight battle royale between Michelle Dugan and Fia Reisek.
So there's the money on the table, Neil, the cold hard cash, and one of these two women will walk away with it here.
It's what it all comes down to, Ben, and you know, in order to etch your name in the annals of history as an arm wrestler or any other sports person, you need that opportunity to present itself. That challenge, that mission impossible, that little element of it can't be done. Michelle Dugan is facing directly into that wind now. She has an incredible opportunity to make a massive name for herself in the sport.
Ladies to the table.
She's fresh, she's ready, she's facing an undefeated champion.
Square up.
And we haven't seen exactly what the Black Scorpion can do.
Close your thumbs.
Reality check.
Yeah,
No
big
pressure,
time.
no
Best of
pressure.
5 here in
Close your
the
hands.
women's final.
You can see the power of Michelle Dugan's hand right there.
Close your
Even
thumbs.
had a little bit of concern for Fia. She's not going
Close
to
your
try to
hands.
make this
Go.
a brutal match. Wow! There it is.
Maybe she is.
You know what? Talk about your all-time backfires. Wow!
Hey, it happens, man.
Wow, Fia
Man.
Reisek.
That was impressive, Neil Pickup.
It was indeed. I mean, that was, she felt something there. She felt the commitment from Michelle and drove her straight off the bone line. That's the linear position between the wrist and shoulder, and you can see she just took her out of that. As Michelle started to advance to the side, she was driven to a horrible angle.
1-0 lead for Fia Reisek. She needs 3 to win it. 90 seconds between pulls, both women in their respective corners.
Interestingly there, Sarah Rotonda working in the corner of Fia Reisek. Multiple world champion. We'll probably get a look at that young lady next year, I imagine. Another monster from Sweden.
Produce some great,
There she is right now,
great
Sarah
female arm
Rotonda.
wrestlers over there.
They do, mate. I mean, so many of them there. In most countries, people think of arm wrestling as being a male-dominated sport. Not in Sweden. They've got cultural icons over there like Pippi Longstockings, a young girl who's dominating in strength.
Yeah.
You know, that's it's ingrained into the DNA. And great arm wrestling ladies grow on trees in Sweden.
To the tables, ladies. Storm Ciolino there was helping out Michelle Dugan. Rysick with a 1-0 lead.
It's very difficult to see a way back into the match for Michelle, but she's got to be proud of her performance so far. She needs to try and keep very calm, and she needs to try and make her hand do the work. No, she's outgunned there, Ben. I mean, there's no failing on Michelle's part there. She did nothing wrong. She's just a little outgunned tonight. Yeah. That's the sport, you know. Thea Rysick is a very unique individual. She's the best of the best, and it looked like it right there. She's leading by 2, smooth.
It's looked like it in the last 2 pulls.
Yeah.
Storm Ciolino, we'll see him a little bit later against Rob Vigeant Jr. helping out Michelle Dugan right now as we look back, Neil.
Yeah, I mean, it's really not a lot to analyze there. This is quite brutal arm wrestling. There wasn't any real technical finesse there from Thea. She's felt at this stage of the match that she can dominate in power, and she's just doing exactly what we expected. Once you feel that hole, why run away? Run right through it. She's running towards the light, Ben, and it's right there.
Yeah. Time between pulls down to 45 seconds.
Big experience here for Michelle Dugan. I mean, it's not often you get to face somebody of this caliber, and particularly in North America, she's unlikely to encounter anybody of this ability level. Needs to try and reflect on it and see where she can sharpen her game following this match. A very relaxed Thea Rysick, a very pensive Michelle Dugan.
Yeah. Time ticking away, 15 seconds remaining. Michelle Dugan's husband looking on. But her wife could find a way to get one here to stay alive, or else Rysick takes the cash and takes the hammer.
Yeah, and whilst you would will Michelle on here to try and pull something out of the bag, it's hard to see a way back. It really is. She's losing in a lot of areas here.
Close your hands.
Thea starting to get into her stride now, as you can see. She's relaxed, Ben. We saw Thea when she was focused and fast off the start. She's almost allowing Michelle to initiate, and I think, yeah, she's stonewalling her.
Yeah.
Here, she's just letting Michelle, and that's nice of Thea in a way. She's not doing that to belittle her opponent. She's allowing Michelle to feel what's there, to try and feel that angle, and then roll through. Party time for Rysick. It's in the bank.
It is in the bank, and it's in her hands right now. Take that back to Sweden, and Thea Rysick comes stateside again and takes care of business, Neil. Here's how she did it.
Yeah, that's an awesome performance, Ben. I mean, her hand and wrist was so dominant throughout there, but she was also the stronger girl. She won every critical battle, and that was a very deserving win. Came through in an early test with Petrova.
Yes.
Great result.
Petrova got the first one. Rysick, she took the next 5 pulls she was involved in. She's now down with Jason Fisher.
Thea, congratulations. A dominating performance here tonight. It seems like no one's been able to even come close to you in this sport. Is that true? What's next for you?
Oh my God, I had so much trouble all the way, especially with Dimitrina. She was tough. Yeah.
Any message you'd like to say to your friends and family back home in Sweden who are rooting you on and watching right now?
I want to say go to bed and sleep. And thank you for letting me do this. I'm very thankful.
It's amazing. And finally, any last message to all the little girls out there who are here tonight and who are watching, who want to get into the sport of competitive arm wrestling?
Yeah, they can do anything, what they want. They can do anything. Live their dream.
Amazing. Well, you're living proof. You are living your dream. Let's bring up your championship hammer. Congratulations, Thea.
Thank you.
Give it up one more time for Thea. Amazing.
All right, thanks so much, Jason. We appreciate it. And congrats to Thea Rysick as we welcome you to our corner office for the night. Neil Pickup, Ben Holden. So thoughts so far to this point, Neil?
What a wonderful night, Ben. I mean, my word. When we came in here, we thought there was going to be some thunder and lightning matches. It has delivered, and there's so many more to come. We haven't even scratched the surface of the championship matches yet, but what a war we saw earlier on with Fruta Horgeland and Quinlan Mendez. Michael Celiaris, wonderful stuff.
All right, so one of the men we'll see going tonight, Sam Harris, who is backstage, standing by. I'll be talking with Jason Fisher momentarily. Seen Sam in this Supermatch Showdown
He's
series
in the
already.
ascendancy. Sam Harris is the man of the moment, and deservedly so.
All right, let's go backstage now, where Jason Zone Fisher standing by with Sam Harris.
Thanks, guys. Sam, you've been on a tear recently, yet I heard Jeff Hale win earlier, and he said he wanted to take on your opponent, Luke Kint. Do you feel overshadowed? Do you feel overlooked?
No, man. I beat Jeff Hale last. I mean, I'm going to beat Luke here, and then who's next? I'll have both of them beat. So, I mean, find me another opponent.
All right. Well, what's your game plan against Lightning Luke Kint tonight?
I had 6 months, a year to train for him. I feel like my hand, my rotation, my strap game came so far within the last half year to a year. So I'm really looking forward to going out there and showing him where my progress came in the last 6 months.
All right. Any prediction before you get out there?
Yeah, I think the first match is going to tell it all. When the match stops, you'll know it. It'll be my game.
All right. Good luck, Sam. We can't wait.
Thank you.
Ben, back to you.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks to Sam. Very confident Sam Harris. That'll be in match 6. But when we come up after the break, Todd Hutchings, Toddzilla squaring off with Marcio Barbozza. That's coming up when we come back to Turner Studio here in Atlanta, Georgia. You're watching WAL 406 on VR Live. The referee begins the match by centering the competitor's hands on the table. The hands must be level, close, and tightly set. If their grip slips, they will be placed in the strap. During the match, the arm wrestlers must keep their elbow on the pad at all times. To win the match, a competitor must touch his opponent's hand or wrist to the pad or break the plane of the pin line. 3 fouls is a loss. All right, Neil, let's look back at the key moments from the night. We started with a lightweight battle royale.
We did, and it started intensely. That final round had everything. Surprise after surprise, Ben. But it finished deservedly to the Hale-Raiser. He took the gold, he took the money, he took the soul of Tom Holland.
He did indeed. Tom Holland, good showing by him, but Hale was too much. I'm telling you, man, it's those Vans he wears. I love them.
The Vans are awesome. And talking of awesome performances, what about this one? Frode Horgeland, relentless Frode Horgeland, showing why he earned that name. He would not stop. He even made Michael Celiaris work for that money after Celiaris wrestled so cleverly against the steel giraffe.
Cool moment there. Horgeland reaching over, giving him a tap on the head, but Celiaris too much in the end. His family here takes the cash. And he had a great season this year.
He's been resurgent since his early loss to Frode. We then got into the ladies. The Black Scorpion, she was hanging her head at the end of the match with Fia Rasic. Totally unnecessary. She had a great performance, ran through Victoria Carlson. We saw what she's capable of. Fia Rasic rose to the challenge. The hype is real, the champion is real, and she's taken home the money. Nice when somebody of that caliber comes in and backs up the hype.
She certainly did. The best in the world in the women's ranks. Fia Rasic taking it, getting the job done, and that's where we are to this point as we see her get the WAL hammer there. She's got a good collection of those going. And inside of Turner Studio, what a great venue this is as we bring you over to our corner office for the night. Dave Chafee's with us. How are you, Dave?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on.
It was great to see you in the match before things got going. You're making your comeback. You haven't competitively pulled since last November. How'd you feel tonight, man?
Well, going in, I was really nervous, to be honest with you. I didn't know how my neck was going to hold up. I had lost some my tricep muscle and my upper pec from the nerve damage from the neck. But as soon as I got up there, I felt great. Krasny, went into my power, and I felt good, and I just took him down.
We're going to take a look at some of the key moments as Neil fires a couple questions your way as we're talking here.
I mean, Dave, obviously there was a great deal of questions you were probably asking yourself coming into this, and that's going to test your nerves, but I think you answered them resounding fashion tonight, mate. That was a hell of a performance.
Thanks, Neil. I appreciate it. Like you said, I was super nervous, and there it is. The first match, Krasny got the huge hit on me, and I took him down. Awesome. I mean, to get back up there and compete, it's been almost a year now, and I'm pretty happy about it.
And obviously, you've got aspirations there. You made that known at the end of the match there, calling out Devon Larratt. He stepped up in pursuit of that overall title. You obviously feel that is yours and you're the rightful owner. We got a massive match tonight, and either one of those guys looks good for you, don't they, going forward?
Absolutely. Todd could easily win the match tonight too, but I've been watching Devon and the way he's been acting. It's just not the way I am on the table. I don't like to disrespect people or anything like that, and I want a shot at him next year. He's the match I want.
Well, that will be entertaining. I know it's something we'd all absolutely love to see. And you back to your best, mate. You pose an ominous threat to anybody in that division.
Thanks, Neil. I just got to heal up next year and see what happens.
If you were to look down the road at tonight's match, with the experience you've got of both these guys, Michael Todd, Devon Larratt, walk me through your opinions. Put it on the line, Dave. Who do you like?
Oh, that's a tough one. I watched them pool, 6-7 years ago. It was an awesome match. I wish I could pick a winner. The winner's the audience watching this match, actually. I can't even make a prediction. I'm just excited to watch it go down. It's going to be a battle of endurance.
Isn't it just? And you got the train rolling tonight in fine style, mate.
Dave, thanks for stopping by, and we wish you continued success on your comeback trail. It was a good start for you tonight, man. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You bet. Jay Chafee joining us here. Easy money. He's got a bunch of money now, too, after that.
And he just beers on Dave.
So we move forward in our next match coming up, Neil. Marcio Barbozza, you know him well. What are his biggest strengths?
Marcio Barbozza is the gatekeeper of excellence in the sport of arm wrestling. His strengths are not having a weakness. This guy does everything well. He's fast, he's explosive, and he's ultra powerful. Arm wrestling is, however, a strength sport.
Yes.
Few men are stronger than Todzilla.
Todzilla.
Todd Hutchings is immorally strong. This guy doesn't need any more strength. He needs more strength like he needs shampoo. He's unbelievably powerful. And if he can put the brakes on Marcio, this could go and go.
All right, well, let's see. We're going to go at home with Todd Hutchings. See if he's got any shampoo in there. Who knows? Here's an at-home look with Todzilla.
Todd Hutchings, I'm 195 pounds. Been arm wrestling since 2000. I'm a mechanical engineer, designing vacuum trucks and hydro-excavating equipment. I'm the current WAL champion for the 195 class, both right and left. I'm the only WAL champion that's won both classes. There's people that are close to my power level, but they're few and far between, and I got best in class strength. A fair start, nobody can touch me. We're going to the National Forest about 3 miles from my house. In order to develop work capacity, I need a very large isolated area. I have one cardio technique. Only one person in the world can do it, and I swing those hammers for an hour walking down the gravel road. Training is probably more important than practice, especially at my age and my experience level. I train once a month now with sparring, that kind of stuff. We're currently living in Marietta, Ohio. This is the first sparring session we've had since we moved here. My wife, Allie, pulled 15 here.
I just put out the word that I needed people to practice with, and a lot of them came today.
It's been a good practice session. It does give me a chance to offer some coaching tips and advice to some of the beginners. See how your hand's backwards? Right. What you want is your hand forwards. The harder you squeeze your fingers, your wrist tends to go backwards. Right. If your fingers are relaxed, you get more around the back of my hand. So now you're not rolling out, and you're not so much going backwards. Thanks. No problem. To me, it doesn't really matter what you're the best in the world at, but if you can sit back at the end of a day, even if it only lasts for a day, and say, hey, I'm the best in the world at this on this particular day, that is satisfying. That's one of the most satisfying.
What a great What a great picture that is, Neil. Let's look at the tail of the tape. Anything grab your attention more than the other here?
The thing that you've got to look at there is the size advantage of Marcio Barbozza in terms of the natural weight. This is a man who spent most of his life at heavyweight. As we all know, Todd has come up from the middleweight.
Yeah.
He's new, but he looks so strong there.
He does. I want to remind you, tonight's stream is being provided by BR Live. Download the app on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV to catch all of the WAL action. Let's get now to our pit announcer, Justin Roberts, for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our best of 5 super match of the evening. Introducing to the pit first, competing out of Union, New Jersey by way of Brazil. He stands at 6 feet tall and weighed in at 254 pounds. He is a consistent top 3 finisher at WAL events and one of the toughest competitors in the WAL. With a record of 26 wins and 7 losses, he is Marcio the Phenom Barbozza! And his opponent, competing out of Loyola, Ohio. He stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 228 pounds. He is pound for pound one of the strongest competitors in the league and one of the most feared competitors around the world. He is also the first double hammer winner in WAL history. He is the WAL 2015, 2016, and 2017 middleweight champion who is stepping up to heavyweight for this battle tonight. With an amazing record of 33 wins and only 3 losses, Todd Hutchings.
So the introduction's done. Jeff Hale's got a good shoe game, Neil, but Todd Hutchings, pretty good shoe game too. He's got the old school Chuck Taylors going as he makes his way out, getting ready to take on Marcio Barbozza here.
You know what's really interesting? When Todd removed his jacket there, his forearm looks like a cow's back leg. I mean, he is just stacked on the power. And we saw in his recent outing against Ron Bath that that power is real. Marcio Barbozza brings a different set of criteria to the match, that explosivity and speed. This is so interesting, I can't wait.
So this a best of 5, Toddzilla against the Phenom, Marcio Barbozza.
Look at the determination between those signature eyebrows.
Okay, gentlemen,
the Zilla
to the
pillars.
table.
Martin Wood bringing him in.
There we go. Watch for the explosivity from Barbozza.
Set your elbows square up, gentlemen. I'll line you up in the middle. No side pressure till the start. Close your thumbs.
Todd up on his toes, trying to.
We're good.
Close.
Right there. Do not move.
Do not
Close your
blink.
hands. No, it was him. He was curving. You both. You both are moving up. I know, he's curving, you're jamming up. Okay. You didn't get fouled either.
That's the good news.
Marcio, he's
Don't get
nervous.
strapped.
Yep. 30 seconds. 30-second clock had expired. Marcio's wife and his family.
Vocal. And Celiaris, Debbie Celiaris has joined in the song.
Yeah.
Simone.
Family affair.
Barbozza.
Yep.
That strap, look how far down the wrist of Marcio that's been applied. He wants that low to give him that leverage advantage in the anchor point, but what he's doing there is basically chaining himself to a car. He needs to be quick. He needs to explode through that hand and wrist. If this stops, Marcio will know
Hutchins' way a
he's
little
got
bit
a
right
long
there.
night
Close your
ahead.
thumbs.
Indeed. Best of 5.
Look. Don't do anything. Close your thumbs.
My way.
Marcio overflowing.
Close your thumb.
With fast twitch muscle
But
fiber.
go Todd's way a little bit. Right there. Close your hands. Go.
Oh, look at that! Big drive, and Todd has put the brakes on. He's already stretching open Barbozza. Marcio in a good position at the top, but the side pressure from Todd there is doing him a lot of favours. Marcio, usually not required to run in an arm wrestling match, but he wants to stay outside. Todd Hutchings so powerful, diligently working now, squeezing to the side. Oh, he's closed the wrist. It is on, and Todd Hutchings there will stay there. He'll sit there and he'll bleed Marcio. He could finish this match at any time, I feel, but right now he doesn't want to. Marcio senses it, he lets it go. Very intelligent arm wrestling there from Toddzilla. Brute force isn't always a partner of ignorance.
Yes.
Very much not the case with Todd Hutchings. This is a clever powerhouse.
1-0 lead for Todd Hutchings in the best of 5. 90 seconds between pulls. They both go to their respective corners. About what you thought in the first puller.
You know, I actually expected that Marcio may have come up better in that first start because he's got that power, and it's very hard to catch a speeding bullet, but you cannot knock the power and the side pressure that Todd brings to the table, and he's in a great spot right now. I mean, the pendulum of opportunity swings heavily in favor of Toddzilla.
We last saw Toddzilla in Norfolk, 3-0 win over Ron Bath. We saw Barbozza in LA last month at 405, a 3-0 loss to Michael Todd, their last appearances.
What's really notable here as well, Ben, is that one of the real assets that Todd Hutchings brings to the table is endurance. This guy can go and go. He's incredibly strong for distance. You know, this isn't a cheetah, this is a gazelle. He can go and go. He can keep up that speed for a long period of time. Keep the foot to the floor. And Marcio, such a hugely built man. I mean, look at the muscularity on this guy.
Looks like a defensive tackle.
Yes, he does. And he's blowing already. I mean, he came out of there, and that lactic acid build-up is significant. He needs to dance his way around that hand, needs to create more space, move further back, and walk quickly. Hit and then walk,
down,
hit
I'll
and
line
walk.
your webbing.
Gain height. Todd looks so good big, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So he suits big. He looks better big.
Right there, come down. Close your thumbs.
He's coming back from an
Stay
injury.
right here, gentlemen. Close your hands.
Sustained whilst training with this man.
Yeah.
You both stopped at the same time.
Briefly to Todd earlier today in the hotel.
It'll be a foul. It'll be a foul. Let me do
concerned
Close your thumbs.
about Marcio because of the experience in training.
Close your hands.
Yeah.
He's high, he's high, he's high. One foul.
Foul on Barbozza, his first.
Yeah, I mean, no question. I don't think he's got any grounds for contestation there, Ben. That was really early, and I think also an elbow foul at the same time. So Marcio going to try a few of those. Better to go first than not at all, right?
That's right.
He needs to get a good start now, Marcio. He's a very versatile arm wrestler. He's a very complete arm wrestler. He can take the match anywhere, but what he now knows is that he can't mix with strength. He's going to stay out. Yeah. It's all about running now. He needs to get his skates on. He needs to put baby oil on his hand, whatever he needs to do to create that distance, you know? Because Todd Hutchings,
square shoulders,
astronomically strong individual.
Close your hands.
Hutchings trying to take a 2-0 lead.
Foul, throwing in.
Foul on Hutchings. Foul on each man.
I think the only thing not strong on Todd Hutchings is probably his breath. Everything else just oozes power.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Yeah, you walk past this individual and you feel your testosterone rise just from being close.
Yeah.
Wow!
Hit there.
Where the hell did that come from? Marcio Barbozza with an immediate response, and I I want to say that was so emphatic. I think Todd missed that. I think he was looking for some adjustment, and he literally was sleeping on the go. I guess we find out next round, but nothing got. He didn't get any power down there at all, Todd. He looked like he was unsettled in the start, and we learned a lot from watching Michael Celiaris, the effectiveness of working the setup, and the years of experience from Marcio Barbozza paying dividends there.
Just for him.
Hutchings.
He's posting so high.
Yeah,
I'm not putting my elbow down if his webbing's way up.
Talking to referee Mike Fontenot there.
Yeah, not happy, mate. It's as I said, really, he didn't start. He felt that Marcio was high. And, I don't know, really. Yeah, I really don't know.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, when you're in the match there, what would appear to guys like ourselves who were watching...
You might take a little real estate away from him. You know what I mean? If you can get a better palm as you're pushing him down, get your thumb knuckle up, and then you start hitting your card, it might take enough real estate, because he doesn't seem like he has really long fingers. You might just get enough to bump his hand.
Yeah, I mean, Storm Ciolino there, just giving him some advice in the setup. Marcio was working the grip, and in doing so, he made Todd feel uncomfortable. And I was saying earlier that basically, when you're up at the table, what would appear to anybody watching the match like a microscopic difference in the position translates to a huge difference at the table. If you are not in the right position, you could be millimeters out, and every fiber of your being screaming that you're going to lose, you know? And it's a difficult situation. We saw evidence of it there.
A little bit towards Mr. Barbozza.
1-1 in this best of 5. Bartwood getting him set.
Experience is a weapon. Marcio put into good use there, but look at the grip adopted by Todd Hutchings there. He came low, he grabbed Marcio around the wrist. That just reflects the level of confidence that he has in his strength. Oh, that looked like a pin, and that's going to be a pin. Surely that was a win. Yeah, that was a pin. 2-1. Marcio is arm wrestling smart. I said he needed to get his skates on. That's precisely what he's done. This is clever. Great arm wrestling there from Marcio. He changed the angles. He hit twice, a little bit like Craig Toulier. Craig Toulier, another top World Arm Wrestling League competitor, known for having that secondary hit, and that was great from Marcio. He created the distance, hammered it to the side, and then jumped into the hand. Watch that, bang, there's the hit. Now watch this reversal. There it is. Changes that position, starts to move to the back of the pad. There's the side. Now watch this, and there's the back. So he bumped him to the side, got him off his bone line, and anybody who's lifted in a gym, when you go to lift a dumbbell, imagine you had to lift it 3 inches to the side of where your line is. It'd hurt your joint.
Yeah, it would. No question it would. Let's listen into the corner of Todd Hutchings.
Frustrating times for Todd because he knows the capabilities there. He knows that he's the stronger man in the match.
Huh?
Barbozza with a 2-1 lead. Bartwood's going to call him back to the table soon. They're both ready to go, and Marcio trying to put this away in 4.
Let's be honest, Ben, he looked in serious trouble after the first round.
He did.
You know, he really did. I mean, the versatility of the man was put into question because the options he had in the match were closing down rapidly. He would have felt like the walls were coming in around him, you know?
Yeah.
Because whilst he can go anywhere at the arm wrestling table, when a man's stronger than you got to run. You got to stay away. And he's got the presence of mind, he's got the experience, and he's got the explosivity to do exactly that. And now, he stands on the precipice, you know, he's right there.
Yeah, cash on the table.
So frustrating for Todd, because in that first round, he will have felt like, here we go again.
Yeah.
He's used to pulling strong individuals. We saw that with his win over Bath. Marcio now needs to retain the focus.
Elbows down, gentlemen. Time.
We're going to go to the strap.
Strap will be applied.
Now, this is better for Todd. Exactly what Todd wants, because we saw earlier in the match with Flora Hoagland and Michael Celiaris, the anchor point changes. And that's key. Forget the second pin. in the strap because Todd didn't go. He didn't start. He started in the last match, but we saw the reversal. Marcio was able to drive to the side, and then because there was no strap, he could reverse, he could apply the back pressure and move that angle. It's very hard to hit a moving target. So there was no balance factor there. Todd Hutchings was unable to get rubber on the road, to get the power down. It's no good having a huge engine in a car and tiny tires. He needs to be able to set the power. The strap provides that opportunity.
See if it helps him here. Barbozza trying to win it.
And there it is, connecting, and he's already extended Marcio. And now it's on. The power is down.
Foul on Barbozza.
The bleed is on. Marcio is on the right foul, and he has a lot of fatigue in that arm. He needs to be careful here that he doesn't burn himself out in this match. Todd Hutchings is happy there. He's happy to win ugly. He doesn't need this match to look good. He needs it to destroy his opponent. He wrestled there all night. Marcio quite static. So much pressure to the side, so much pressure into his wrist that he can't move his hand. He needs to try to push forward. There's the walk, got a better angle, but in doing so, he got on a second running foul and he's lost focus.
2 fouls now on Barbozza.
This is over, Ben.
Yeah.
Todd Hutchings has taken control, and that is disastrous for Marcio. Because Todd Hutchings isn't concerned about the hand and wrist.
Right.
He'll give you that for free. He'll mail it to you. All he wants is for him to put fatigue on the arm. Job done.
Takes 30 seconds.
Ciolino in there helping out. So Hutchings won the first pull. Barbozza took the next 2. Hutchings comes back, and it's 2-2 now. It'll come down to the 5th and decisive pull here.
Yeah. And the thing here is that the key thing for Todd Hutchings, let's just have a look at that last match, and we can see there, I mentioned earlier on that the strap gave him that anchor point, and look at where it connects on the wrist. That allows Todd to keep the pressure applied in multiple directions. The body's going sideways, keeping Marcio off his arm. The pressure into the wrist is preventing Marcio from walking as effectively as he can without the strap. That was the mission. He needed to get the brakes on. And Marcio now is fatigued. He's tired. He needs to stay out of the straps. He doesn't want to be tied to this guy.
Yeah, no question. Because as you said, he doesn't care. He'll win it ugly.
Yes, he will.
2-2, here they come. The decisive 5th pull here in this Supermatch matchup between Marcio Barbozza there.
Marcio
Todd Hutchings.
Having a big breath in there, mate. He's feeling this. He's really fatigued now. By contrast, don't let the sweat fool you either from Todd Hutchings. This man, you know, he loses a reservoir through his head. He's not concerned about that. Some guys sweat naturally, and this guy's ridiculous. He sweats heavily. He can be, you know, sat in the North Pole and probably sweat, but he's not fatigued. He can go and go. Marcio needs to keep mobile. He doesn't want this match to stay stationary. That's bad news already.
Yeah, it is.
When the strap comes out there,
let's go, set it down.
It's not a good place for Marcio. It close him down. Allison Hutchings there, always quietly confident. Husband always wants to see men match Todd on power, and she's had the opportunity to see just that tonight. Marcio needs to dig something out of the bag. Interestingly, he was talking to Michael Ciolino there, both guys based around the New York area and trained extensively together. Who better to advise you around the hand and wrist when you need that than Ciolino?
Right.
He's been there tonight himself, you know, fresh in his mind.
Yeah, big win for him earlier in the middleweight battle royale. So the decisive 5th pull coming up here.
Yeah, Marcio just trying to bring that around. Notice Marcio is feeding his palm in. Can you see? He tried to press his lower palm forward into the match. That's to give him more height. Big drive, but the brakes have gone on.
Yes, they have.
And there's the drive from Marcio again. He tried to come forward and readjust. He can't afford to keep stationary. Once the match is stationary, Todd's opportunity to adjust is massively increased. And Todd now leaning on him, weighing on him heavy, putting the pressure to the side.
Yes.
He wants to just keep that pressure applied across and down, across and down. And Marcio is running out of options. He's being choked out right now. You can see he's opening up the distance between the shoulder and the wrist. It's becoming greater and uglier. There he tried to run to the side and that's a foul surely, but it's over.
Yep.
Side pressure from Todd, and that's a clean win and a deserved win.
Indeed. Hutchings takes it 3-2 in this super match here in Atlanta.
Game plan executed. Engineered a victory. Todd Hutchings, clever win. He faced into a hurricane there, and very great disappointment for. That's horrible to see the kids
winner of this match, Todd Hutchings.
So Todd Hutchings with a handful of Benjamins, and we look back at the final moments of this one.
Game changer there, Ben, was the strap mate. As soon as we saw that come out, you called it. You know, that's bad news for Marcio. He at that point, his game plan's collapsing around him. You know, he's got fewer and fewer options. As soon as that strap's applied, you know that Todd is going to take you into deep water. You will drown.
Yep, and indeed that was the case. Todd Hutchings comes away with another win. He's standing by now with Jason Fisher down in the pit.
Todd, congratulations, my man. I mean, it looked like you were almost pinned on that last one. You started shaking your head no. Did you know that you had it?
Well, unlike most people, I don't need my whole hand, but once it stopped, I could feel it coming up.
Man, oh man. I mean, is there anyone in North America stronger than you?
There's lots of people in North America stronger than me. Just not this minute.
That was an amazing win. You've got it. Whoa, okay. All right, well, I think you're the strongest man in North America from that body slam. You've got history against Marcio. What does that win mean for you tonight?
I think it means we're 2-1.
Okay, all right.
Last time I pulled him, I spent a lot more money than I won fixing my arms.
Well, I'm glad you survived tonight without an injury and victorious. Congratulations. Can't wait to see what's next for you, Todd. All right, Todd Hutchings. I'm going to toss it back to you before he body slams me again.
Todzilla comes away the victor. An impressive win for him, and yeah, that'll be on Twitter and Instagram. That'll be all over the place on Fisher's social media accounts, I'm sure, once he gets his hands on that. Good win for Todd Hutchings as he takes care of business in 5 against Marcio Barbozza. Devin Larratt there with a pat on the back for him. We'll see Devin in our main event coming up in just a little bit. But when we come back, another battle of, well, a couple of heavyweights, big boys. The Big Daddy, Jerry Cadorette, the Wild Horse, Matt Mask. They'll be on display when we come back to Atlanta here in Turner Studios here as WAL 406 continues here on BR Live. Neil, I know you are fired up for this one.
This is an incredibly fascinating, just a clash of styles. You got a strong man against a fast man. Boxer versus the puncher. Who wins? We're gonna find out.
We'll find out on the other side when we return to Atlanta.
Hello everyone, my name is Mike Fontenot with the World Arm Wrestling League, and we're going to talk to you today about the start. We have a 2-phase start with the WL. Our opponent's going to walk up to the table. They're going to have 30 seconds, okay, that I'm going to assist them in getting a grip and negotiating a fair start, okay? We're going to come up palm to palm, thumbs up. I'm going to instruct you to close your thumbs, straighten your wrists, close your hands, go. If they fail to negotiate a grip and there's too much going on, we're gonna go into phase 2 and introduce the strap. Once the straps have been applied, we're gonna close our thumbs, straighten the wrist, close hands, go. And that's our cadence we use at the WL.
All right, so coming up in our main event, Michael Todd and Devin Larratt, Jerry Cadorette and Matt Mass, they're coming up next though. Both guys have been heavily involved this season in the WAL Supermatch Showdown series. And there's a look at the Big Daddy, Neil Jerry Cadorette, from this epic match in Cleveland against Michael Todd.
Just an absolutely incredible matchup. 7 minutes, 1 pin. I mean, this is the stuff of legend, you know. Think moments you never forget. This guy is a true super heavyweight, the gingerbread man, the Brokeback Mountain. Call him what you want to call him, he always shows up. You can never discount Jerry Cadorette. He's made a career out of doing things that he shouldn't do. Breaking records, breaking hearts. Tonight, the Wild Horse, Matt Mask, Halloween Mask, has his own little nightmare starting. He gets to face a bigger man, a heavier man. It's explosivity against immovable strength. This is awesome stuff.
Gonna be fun. Earlier there against Nick Zinnin earlier this season, and ready to bring it again. He just competed against Devin Larratt in Los Angeles at 405. Some pictures from that.
And most recently, he tested No Limits to breaking point.
He did. Let's get to a segment from earlier today. Jason Fisher had a chance to talk with Matt Mask.
All right, Matt Mask, you're coming off a tough loss against Devin Larratt not that long ago. How have you recovered? Are you ready for this big match against Jerry?
That's the key word, recover. That's pretty much all I've concentrated on doing for the last month since I stepped off the table with Devin, was just trying to make sure I'm recovered and I'm going to be in good form for when I go to have my bout against tonight.
Sure. So how much training have you done over the last couple of weeks versus how much just rest have you tried to get?
Let's just say I've done a lot more rest than I have been training.
Yeah.
There's been a few practices in there, a few light workouts just to get the blood in, but, you know, how much stronger are you going to get in a month?
So you've never pulled against Jerry Cadorette before, but obviously you've studied his previous matches. What have you learned? What have you picked up on?
I've learned a lot about Jerry since this season has started. I thought Jerry was more a one-dimensional puller, but Jerry is a good thing I'm pulling him later in the season as opposed to sooner this season, because there's a few mistakes I probably would have made along the way. And just knowing he's got a lot more strengths than I thought he had.
All right, earlier today, that was Matt Mask with Jason Fisher. Tail the tape. Neil, what grabs your attention the most?
What grabs my attention here is that despite the height that the Wild Horse brings into this match, he's a man who's spent most of his career at 225. Tonight, he's facing a true super heavyweight. There are a few men bigger. Jerry Cadorette is a walking wall.
Let's see what Facebook had to say about it. The results are... What do you think?
I'm absolutely dumbfounded by that result. I couldn't disagree more. Jerry Cadorette is right in this match and may be a favorite for me.
Let's get to Justin Roberts for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is a matchup that has been requested by our fans. Introducing to the pit first, competing out of Riverhead, Massachusetts, standing at 6 feet 1 inch tall. He weighed in at 321 pounds. He is known for his incredible power and is coming off a huge win in WAL 403 with a record of 23 wins and 5 losses. He is Jerry Big Daddy Cadorette. and his opponent competing out of Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. He stands at 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 246 pounds. He has had many big wins in the amazing year in the WAL with a record of 31-12. Here is the electric Wild Horse, Matt Mask.
All right, so the pride of Red Deer, Alberta comes out. He avoided, you know, we know about his fingers and that situation. He avoided any of that against Devin Larratt. It's often a concern for him when he's competing.
You know, Matt Mask has weaponry for days in terms of his physical stats, but he tends to stick to what he knows best. He rarely comes out of his comfort zone. He's a top roller by trade. He uses that explosivity, that sheer explosivity and passion to ignite the crowd whilst igniting his opponent. In this instance, he faces a guy who doesn't mind being top rolled. This is a guy that couldn't care less whether you take his hand and wrist. His whole style is based around that. So, Matt Mask is about to open the closet and a monster is coming out.
Jerry Cadorette. Fans into it.
Whatever they're drinking, we'll have 3.
You're no kidding. Venue sold out when the night began. Our championship evening here at Turner Studios in Atlanta. WAL 406, final event of the season. Here's Bartwood as he calls both men up.
In a similar situation here that we've seen a number of times this evening. Ben, in that Matt Mask has to finish early. He cannot afford the breaks to go on. The moment they do, it's all Jerry.
Jerry, gotta go down.
Best of 5 between these two men.
He doesn't want to rotate too far out. If he tries to go too much backwards, he will lose this match. Matt Mask has to fight his emotions here. He needs to. Whoa! Jeez!
Oh, man!
When you drive a Ferrari into a brick wall, Jerry Cadorette just absolutely destroyed Matt Mask.
No, he sells RVs. That was more like an RV.
Look at this. I mean, there's no look at that. He went straight forward. We knew it was coming. He didn't even lose his hand and wrist. Now, this is a pivotal point in this match, Ben, because Matt Mask right now will be trying to go further back. He's going to try to rotate harder backwards and break open the hand and wrist of Jerry Cadorette. The difficulty with doing that is that Jerry can do exactly the same thing with his wrist back. He really is unconcerned about that. There must be more
shoulder in.
a combination of pressure. It must be back and side.
Bring this forward. Get this out that way. Close your hands. Go.
No, not
man.
Wow.
2-0.
Cadorette is too powerful.
No kidding.
That's just raw, unadulterated, top end. I mean, you know, what are you going to do?
Not much.
That is a look. I mean, look at this. This is a finesse arm wrestling match right here. I mean, Matt Mask, brave. He stays engaged. He stays tight. But as he tries to rotate out, he's beaten to the punch.
Yeah.
Matched for speed. And it's hard to train for a man like Jerry Cadorette, then, because where are you going to find one? I mean, there are a few men that emulate this guy. It's not like you can roll up with 20 training partners that are going to do what that guy does.
Yeah.
Who weighs 330 pounds and drives straight forward at you? Who does that?
What's Carnegie weigh? Is he there? He's not.
He's a similar weight, but stylistically he's so different.
Yeah, different,
Carnegie hasn't got that speed off the start, and he doesn't. Carnegie is concerned about his wrist being driven back. Jerry isn't. So look at Jerry there, just
his trademark.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. How does a man that big get in that little space?
Trying to put this away in 3.
You know what was most ominous there, Ben?
What's that?
On that occasion, Matt forgot all the training, all the instruction, and drove straight backwards, but he left his hand behind.
Square up, Jerry.
This is a very powerful version of Jerry Cadorette, incidentally.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's come ready. He respects Matt. He's seen the tear that Matt's been on.
Put the strap on him.
Just listening to Matt there, he was asking for Jerry to be turned straight.
You don't need to try.
He wants the back of Jerry's hand to be flat to the table.
Just watch his fingers here. Higher low.
Low, 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 low.
Such a cruel situation right now. We're going to the strap, and that's exactly what Matt doesn't want. He needs to create space.
Yeah.
We've seen it. Same suit warmed over. We saw it earlier on. The power man wants to close the distance. He wants to make it tight and close. At the end of the day, you know, this is a very difficult situation to come out without any scars. It's like fighting a monkey in a dustbin. You're just going to get a scratch. There's no way that Matt Mask can come out of this situation unscathed. When the strap goes on, it's like run the gauntlet. Charge of the Light Brigade. He's got to run directly into the power, either backwards or sideways.
Did you say dustpan?
Dustbin. Garbage can.
Okay.
And monkeys in a garbage can? Scary animal, man. Scary animal.
Cadorette trying to put this away.
Now that's better from Matt, but Jerry's not bothered. He can sit there.
Oh, yeah.
Big foul, massive foul, actually, monumental foul. And
yeah.
At this point, Jerry can drop the match. It's not going to count against him. The best thing about that is that Matt Mask believes it, and that's going to do his confidence a world of good. He's talking.
I'm warming you up, big boy, he says.
Good for you, Matt Mask. How can you not love this guy?
Oh, you absolutely have to.
All day long.
I mean, two reasons. He's got the best haircut in arm wrestling, and he gets the thing fired.
It was off. It was off. It's on video. That was a win, right? Yes, sir. Wow. Did you see that? Man.
I'm confused because that's gone down as a win from Matt. Look, let's look at that. It looked like there were maybe 2 fouls in there from Matt.
I thought that too.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was called as well, but no.
Bart said his elbow was good.
And Bart's the closest to the mat.
Yeah, of course.
You know, he's right on top of it.
Yep.
From my perspective, I love that result as well because it's woken up the crowd, it's woken up Matt Mask.
Yes.
We may have a arm wrestling match on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Mask is in it.
2-1 Cadorette. Mask trying to even it up.
Yes, sir, and this is a reality check right now because if there was any degree of luck in that, look, the hand there, stay stationary.
Yep.
You cannot knock Matt Mask. He is going out on a shield, Ben.
No. He's always entertaining.
He's got so much potential, this individual. I mean, if you look at the rise of Matt Mask, it's meteoric.
Yeah.
This is a man who doesn't mind losing. He's not afraid of losing.
Our last year together, when we last did the show in 2016, you told me, you said, look out, this guy's going to be something, and he's on the rise, as you say.
Yeah, he's an unstoppable individual. I mean, this man has broken his body to get to where he is this year. He's dislocated pretty much everything on his body, and yet here he stands. You know, his pec's blown off. He's broken a couple of fingers. It's just ridiculous. And his fingers are long. I mean, that's applying some leverage when he hits that hard.
Knee was a little messed up from the last.
Look at the fingers. Look at the fingers.
Oh, yeah. It's like a rugby player.
It is.
Hold on, not up.
I mean, man has put his body to the test, but he keeps coming. He
does.
Coming.
So does Cadorette.
He's unsettled here.
Your arm on my fucking shoulder. I'll get it off. Back his shoulder up, too.
Jerry is unsettled. He needs to keep his mind on the game. The speed from Matt Mask, evident there. Oh, Jerry. But that's a good spot for Matt if he can stay with it. Jerry will stay there all day. Matt needs to try and carve around a little bit and get it. No, it's
couldn't do it. Cadorette. 3-1 victor against Mask.
Yeah, problematic there for Matt when the strut was applied and he managed to charge forward. As soon as he finds a balance point and engages that strength, I mean, he's got 330 pounds to put in there, you know.
The winner of this match.
That's not a bad result from Matt Mask, you know. In many ways, he's just experienced something new in the sport. And if Matt's ascension in this game has shown anything, it's the fact that he will take a defeat, he'll learn from that defeat, and he will come back stronger.
Yes,
you know?
I agree 100%.
And that's what we've seen there. He's going to be feeling it. Let's check it out again. The strap was applied, and Matt went to what he does best. He took the hand and wrist, and at one point, this is like jumping, it's like bungee jumping, you know? But just as you leave the platform, you figure out you forgot to tie the friggin' rope.
Right.
You know, there's a moment of elation, and then all of a sudden you think to yourself, oh God, I'm gonna die.
What did I do?
And that's what happened right there.
Yeah.
He felt that moment of, yeah, I've got some purchase in the match, and then he got run over by a train.
Jerry with a handful of Benjamins. And let's get down to the pit. Jason Fisher with Matt Mask in defeat.
Matt, I know you're not one to make excuses, but you've been through a lot this season, a lot of injuries. Did it affect you at all tonight out here?
You get up on the stage, you don't feel a thing. So I don't think anything affected me. So yeah, nothing leading up to today affected me. So the only thing I think that affected me was trying to step out of my realm, doing something I'm not used to doing. I should have had a little more confidence in my game as opposed to doubting it. Like Jerry's style is bad news for my style. But I think if I would have came in a little more wanting to do my thing instead of other people's things, I think it might have been a little bit of a better outcome. But you know for next time, right? So it ain't done.
We can't wait for the next time. Now this was your first time ever pulling against Jerry. What was it like going up against the Big Daddy?
He's got a little smaller hole than I thought he had there. So it's a tight hole to fucking get that ball in. So it's you know what, I'm just looking forward to next year. Next year.
We can't wait. We can't wait for that. You had a phenomenal season, Matt Max. You had a lot to be proud of, and we can't wait to see where you go from here. Congratulations.
Yeah, I just hope nothing happened this time. I'll find out in a couple days.
Nice. Jerry, come here, my man. Congratulations. Like I just mentioned, that was your first time pulling against Matt Mask. Talk about the competitor that he is to go against. You heard him even say in the middle, man, I'm strong. He surprised himself there.
Matt's an animal. To see what he's gone through each time he's gone against someone, he's always got hurt, but he always gets his ass back in there, comes back strong, comes back ready, has no excuses. I mean, we saw him dislocate his finger, we saw him rip a hammy. I mean, he's a fierce competitor.
He is. That's why they call him the wild horse. But Big Daddy, you were victorious here tonight, and you had a phenomenal season in the WAL. What is next for you? Undefeated this year, except you came oh so close against Devin Larratt. Is that who you want next?
Oh yeah. I mean, where do I start? Let's see. Devin's in my seat. I should have been in the championship, but that's all right. Next year, we'll rearrange that. Whatever, it's save my breath, but I'll save it for just training for next year and then come back. And to finish with Devin 3-2, I think I've learned, and I think with a straight setup, I think it'll be a different outcome.
Well, I can't wait for next year, and I still can't wait for what's left tonight. Congratulations on the win, Big Daddy.
Thank you.
Awesome match. Woo! All right, Ben, let's go back to you.
Thanks, Jason, and thanks to both men for taking part in the post-match interviews, and Matt Mask and Jerry Cadorette. Jerry Cadorette making his way by us. Flip us a hundo, will you? Still to come, a championship hammer will be handed out in the men's lightweight between Luke Kent and Sam Harris. Here's a preview from both men on this match coming up when we come back.
Sam Harris, Bedford, PA. This is a year for me.
Luke Kent, California. I've always wanted to be the best.
I have nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Life is all about risk. If you were to sit around your whole life, you'll never know how great you could possibly be.
Watch what they're going for and just take their power away.
I'm explosive with a lot of power.
I can match his speed, and I'm here to win.
My goal is to show up and whoop ass. To hold that hammer up, that means more than anything.
And we welcome you back. Our championship night continues. Neil, let's look back at some of the highlights. Matches 4 and 5, starting with Barbozza and Hutchings.
The hits just keep on coming, Ben. We've seen everything on display tonight. We've seen technical prowess. We've seen raw, biblical horsepower. A great start early on from Marcio Barbozza, but in a strength sport, strength often wins. And evidence there by the performance put in by the ever-improving Todd Hutchings. He put the power down hard, and the Brazilian went down. An awesome win. Wild horse. Matt Mask, what an honest individual in display and comment. But tonight, he was outgunned on size and power.
Took on Jerry Cadorette. Just saw Jerry in the hallway and made his way out with his cash in hand and made it look pretty easy, didn't he?
You know, Jerry is just an unusual thing to come up against at an arm wrestling table. His angles are unusual, his style's unusual. Matt Mask went home experienced. I expect a better version of him next time round.
Yep, he had a great year, both men did, in this 6-event season here in the WAL. This, of course, the championship, the final night of it. What a season it's been, and that money went to Jerry, and he took it home, and he will take it home, and his celebration there. And still to come, we've got 2 more matches to go until we see the main event Neil pick up.
There's no bigger match in arm wrestling, and you know, in a night like tonight where it's so packed full of talent, so packed full of exciting matches, it's easy to lose sight of the fact that the hammer matches haven't even been scratched yet. Storm Ciolino will contest the middleweight. And you said it earlier, under the radar, the stealth bomber.
I mean, I know
it. Get that recognition, Ben.
I know he's won championships, but to me, he doesn't seem to get the recognition, as you say, that I think he should. And he'll go up against a guy that certainly gets it, Rob Vigeant Jr. That is going to be all kinds of fun.
Yeah, Vigeant's on a tear right now. He's in a good place. Rob Vigeant Jr. is an arm wrestler with everything there. He's got every strength in the book. He sometimes has questions within himself on confidence, but speaking to Rob today, different man. He seemed very calm, he seemed very relaxed, everything seems to be in place. If there is a weakness, Ciolino will find it.
No question about it, and that one's gonna be a lot of fun. But coming up next, it's the lightweight, Sam Harris. He'll go against Luke Kent. What do you like so much about Sam Harris?
I like everything about Sam Harris. I like this man's shoes. Sam Harris is just an improving force in the sport. If you look over the last 2 years, every disparate element of this guy's game has got better. He's stronger, he's faster, he's more technical than he's ever been. But tonight, he's got to face a man who is blisteringly fast. Lightning Luke Kent says it all. This guy does one thing, but he does it very, very well, and he does it very, very fast. It's a brave man that tries to put the brakes on him. He's hard to hook. It's like playing with a power tool. If you mistime it, you will lose your hand.
Well, let's get to know Luke Kent a little bit better. Let's go at home with Lightning Luke Kent. Easy for me to say.
My name is Luke Kent. I'm 32 years old. I'm a diesel mechanic by trade. Pretty much spent my entire life wrenching. I was born a gearhead. I have a 68 Chevelle I built pretty much from the ground up. My dad is an old school drag racer. He brought me out to the racetrack at a very young age. I've always wanted the fastest cars. I've always wanted to be the strongest. I've always wanted to be the best. Here we are at good old Veterans Memorial, the birthplace of arm wrestling, right around the corner from my house. Success in arm wrestling is probably 10% genetics and 90% hard work. A lot of the stuff I do is unorthodox. One of the things that I do is climb rope. Everything that you need for arm wrestling comes from climbing a rope. Hand, wrist, lat pressure, locking power. It's just an all-around perfect exercise for arm wrestling. What really drives me and motivates me more than anything is to be on top. Now that I'm finally here, I feel like it would be a complete waste of my life to back out. My goal is to not be able to quit my job. My goal is to show up and whoop ass and to hold that hammer up. To me, that means more than anything.
A lot of heart and a lot of emotion from both of these men. What's your take on the tail of the tape here, Neil?
I think this is a clean-cut opportunity for Sam Harris to put the brakes on. Lightning Luke Kent is going to do one thing. He's going to attack that top roll very, very hard. Sam has worked diligently to make every area of his game strong. Luke, he's just focused on making that one arrow sharp, precise, and accurate.
Very good. Let's get to Justin Roberts, who's got the introductions of these two men competing for the hammer in the lightweight division.
Buckle up, it is time for our best of 5 championship matches, and this contest is for the lightweight championship. Introducing first, from New Paris, Pennsylvania, he stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 169 pounds. He burst on the scene several years ago and has catapulted to greatness with a record of 26 wins and 7 losses. He is Sam Harris!
Yeah!
And his challenger, competing out of the birthplace of arm wrestling in North America, Petaluma, California, he stands at 6 feet tall and weighed in at 171 pounds. He is one of the most decorated competitors in the WAL, finishing 3rd in the 2017 championships and has been a consistent top finisher at WAL events. Known for having one of the fastest starts in the sport, this is Lightning Luke Kent!
Luke Kent, very businesslike on his way in. Sam Harris had a little dance on the way out, Neil.
He's got the moves, you know, and that's exactly the fact here in this match. He does have the moves.
Going to strap? That's a bad idea, dude. I'm telling you right now. Go ahead.
The games have begun, Neil.
Straight to the strap. Straight to the strap. Fuck that. No strap.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is on.
It is, and that's a whole lot of Benjamins on the table. $10,000.
That'll motivate a man.
Hammer
Sam
on the
Harris,
line, too.
That confidence exuding from him, mate. As you said, he threw down the moves on his way in, busting some shapes.
Yeah, we're going to find out. First ready to go.
Okay, gentlemen.
What time it is?
To the table.
Hartwood's got him ready to go. At least he's attempting to get him ready to go. They get to the table, and here we go in this lightweight championship match, best of 5.
Fascinating encounter. Two men who are right there, right now. Both feel the entitlement here. Sam Harris, equal to it, and he loves that because the strap's going to go on, and he feels like he can close that space down better.
Yeah.
He feels like he's got more options. But Luke is good at what he does, and Luke can arm wrestle on the counter very well.
We never flipped. I need a coin. Anybody got a coin?
Who invented the strap? It doesn't matter. Let's go.
Don't matter. We never flipped.
We already did that. There's a set. Strap master, let's go.
Set this out back. We never flip for size. He won size. We never flip for size.
He needs a tissue.
He won size. Switch.
Yeah, you go to the other side.
Move over.
You were late. You lost. Over here.
What we're looking at there, guys, is that Luke Kent wants to be on the opposite side of the table.
Big ass crowd. The fuck up, bro. You don't know shit about this sport.
He wants the buckle on the opposite side, and he's clearly in an emotional state right now.
He is.
Nerves.
Hey, don't let him touch the strap.
Higher low.
Already started getting a little distracted by the crowd, and that could really work against him, you know. He needs to keep his focus right there. On that 7x7 square, the 9x7 square, and he needs to focus. Sam Harris is calm, he's like a mill pond.
He is.
Not a ripple in the man's face.
He just moved.
There's two sides to this story.
Just watch my thumb so you don't.
How about I'll ref you pull.
Keep your elbows back on the pad.
Yeah.
Sam, watch it there. Both of you.
Close your thumbs. Watch my thumb. Look, he's over my thumb already.
So pivotal.
Come down a little bit.
He's over my thumb as well, Bart.
He's over my
His
thumb.
palm is right over my thumb.
I'll call it.
And Bond has excuses.
Close your thumbs.
So
he's
pivotal
over my
right
thumb.
now.
Close your hands. Go.
Big start, but Harris has the brakes on. He's reversed to the side. And now the shoes on the other foot.
Oh, man! Whoa, don't give up. Don't never give up. Never give up.
1-0 Sam Harris.
Sam took
that one.
Done and dusted for Harris.
Oh,
that's a great start.
Goodness. Whoa.
So Luke Kent came out.
Oh,
was very emotional. Sam Harris much calmer. And now Kent being consoled there by Jamie Sheldon, who competed earlier tonight.
You know, Luke Kent is overflowing with natural ability and talent, but if he does have a weakness, it's that he sometimes gets a little excited, he gets a little emotional, and that was evidence of it there. He was distracted earlier, clearly suffering from a little bit of nerves, but
Got to keep that in check the best you can. I know it's hard. I mean, it's not easy to do.
Sam Harris's family there come to support him, and they're going to be extremely proud of this young man and the way that he's conducting himself right now. Luke probably feeling it a little bit. Just reflecting.
Jamie Sheldon there with him.
No, I think Jamie said he was supposed to give it to you.
So taking all the time, down to 15 seconds before they'll be brought back up to the table.
Yeah, we were listening early on and we got interrupted on the point we were making there. Why Luke got into the altercation with the person in the crowd, they were shouting that he shouldn't be concerned about that. He very much should. The buckle on the opposite side is what he was looking for. The strap buckle, if it's on the opposite side of your hand, it's a monumental difference. And he wanted that. Didn't actually pay dividends for him. Sam had a little too much side pressure and he closed down that space.
I'll call it. I'll call it.
If he goes high, I'm going
Close your hands.
Come on, guys.
No, he goes. You're both. Can't see either one. That's 5 seconds.
If you look at Sam Harris now and where that young man is, he's just overflowing with confidence. The self-belief is ridiculous, you know?
Yeah. He's winning the battle of the mind game right now.
By a country mile.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe a mile and a half.
I mean, there's just, if you look at it's all over the face. Look at Luke's face there. There's a high level of doubt. He needs that injection. He needs that situation where he gets something. He gets that purchase in the match, and we'll see him reignite. We saw it with Mask.
Yes.
You get that sense of victory, you get blood in the water, and it reinvigorates the arm wrestling. He really needs that now.
Sam Harris, 1-0 lead, best of 5.
If Luke was to go 2 down, he could implode here. It could be a run over.
Yeah. All right, look how far over.
I'll make the call. I'll do the foul if he covers. Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go.
No, nowhere near the side pressure there. He's trying to stay reversed. Sam's hand and wrist far too strong.
I never lose the same way twice. Never.
Wow! How about Sam Harris?
He had that run from the drop off the start.
He did.
I'm actually surprised that he didn't sit there longer, truth be known. I thought that he would stay there longer and let it bleed, you know. Luke is now in a very, very dangerous situation mentally and physically. He's a guy that revolves around explosivity on the start. He's not managed to make that happen at all. And right now, he needs to try and rethink things. He's starting carved underneath. He's sitting underneath. It looks as though his arm is backwards. When you're watching the match, what he's trying to do there is revert. He's trying to race to his own pad and rotate out. He's trying to
Let's take a look back.
Yeah, just look at the replay. We're seeing it a little later in the match after the start. At this point, it was already over. Sam Harris, as soon as the match started, far too strong.
I never lose the same way twice. Never.
Never lose the same way twice, Ben. And that's what we're talking about. It's having. Let's listen to these guys. This is good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Sam Harris trying to win it.
I know how this works, man. I know how this works.
Close your thumbs.
Sam smiling through the tears.
He is.
Yeah, yeah.
Close your hands. No. I wasn't too high.
Plan B.
Let's go, get it back.
Plan B.
Sam would delight in the strap. He'd love the strap.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that allows him to apply the angles.
Side
It
pressure.
allows him to apply
Close your
those
thumbs.
different pressures, and Luke doesn't want that. He needs
Close
to
your
stay fleet of foot.
Oh,
That was clearly the foul
Yo,
from Sam.
we're
It was
down.
way early there, you know.
On Harris, carving in.
But that's nice. It's great.
Go
You
in
want to
the
unsettle
strap.
you. You know, we've seen it so many times from Devon.
Yes.
If you can get a guy on the back
Open
foot
up.
early, if you can unseat him, throw his game. This is mind games. This is what it's all about. The match started as soon as they set foot on stage, never mind at the table.
Yeah. I think it started when Harris came out kind of dancing.
Yeah.
Looking back on this whole thing.
The story of this arm wrestling match was evident early doors. Both men wanted to try to dominate mentally, and right now that's exactly what Sam Harris has managed to do.
Clearly. Got the crowd behind him.
Important change for Luke Kint. He's changed his setup a little there, and that's a good thing.
Close
He
your
needs
thumbs.
to see the back of his
Do
own
not go
forearm.
over. Close your hands.
He's not going to reverse out of Harris.
Two fouls. Way over. Right over. He was way over. 2 fouls, Harris.
Very good call there from
2
Bob.
fouls on Harris.
Sam was looking to exactly look at the height now. Luke's trying to gain on the hand.
Yes.
Close your hands. Go.
No, too much side. Sam has far too much side pressure. Luke's not going to win on the reverse. He's not going to be able to reverse out. He needs to put Sam on the losing side of the table, and he's imploding. He's taken off the mic. He's walking away from the table. He doesn't want it anymore. This is the worst of Luke Kint.
Ladies and gentlemen,
he's
your winner,
lost this match
Sam
mentally.
Harris.
He should stay out there and just accept the defeat gracefully there. And it's a shame for Luke because he's ultra talented.
He is.
The guy doesn't lack talent. He's got talent, bucket loads.
Sam Harris wins the cash, takes it 3-0, and wins the hammer as we look back, Neil.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame really there that we didn't see the best of Luke. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to find a groove there. That could have changed the script. But let's not take anything away from Sam. He was exceptional tonight. He closed down the space. He never let the bullet come out of the gun.
Right. Well, Sam Harris takes it in a clean sweep, 3-0, defeating Luke Kint. Let's get down to the pit. Jason Fisher with our winner.
Sam Harris, congratulations. That was a dominating performance here tonight.
Thank you.
How does that feel right now?
Man, I love fast cash. Woo!
There was a lot of trash talk going on in that match, even before you guys strapped up. What was being said between you and Luke? Was he trying to get in your head? Was that a strategy?
Yeah, I mean, my crap talking starts on the table. All that other stuff out there that's just talk. I talk on the table.
Amazing. Well, you are a champion tonight.
Yes!
Who do you want next?
I'll wait for the phone call. I'm gonna go back and train. I mean, call me, money talks, I'm here.
Congratulations. Here he is, Sam Harris, your 2018 men's lightweight champion. Give it up.
Cash in one hand, the hammer in the other, Neil Pickup.
Yeah, 100% deserving. Sam Harris, right man, right place, right time. That's a deserving champion. He's earned it. He's beaten everything in front of him. You cannot deny he's the man of the moment. Well done, Sam Harris.
No question about it. Coming up next, RVJ, Rob Vigeant Jr. back in the warm-up area. The Middleweight Championship. He'll take on Storm Ciolino. You don't want to go anywhere. This one's going to be fun when we come back to Atlanta.
I'm backstage with Devin Larratt. Devin, you got a big match coming up against the monster Michael Todd. You last faced him in 2011. It's been a long time. Obviously, you've changed as an arm wrestler, so has Michael Todd. How are you feeling about this match?
End of the season, last match of the event. I'm ready to pop, you know? Like, I'm ready just to let my whole soul come out. This is everything for me.
Well, you've been undefeated so far this year in the WAL. Everyone's been gunning for you. What is your advantage over Michael Todd tonight?
I have a lot of advantages over Michael Todd. There's a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. I've got height. I've got strength. I've got versatility. And I've got an unbeatable will to kill him. And that's really the bottom line, that deep down he fears me.
All right, well, I fear you a little bit too. Good luck. We cannot wait for the main event. Ben, Neil, back to you.
All right, well, Neil, you joked earlier with Jason saying, what, are you afraid of him? He looked afraid of him there, but, I mean, good reason, right? The guy's a monster.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, it's not a man you want to walk into your prison cell and find on the top bunk. That's a scary man. But at the end of the day, Devon Larratt has bred himself into the art of war. That's what he's done.
So
Monster Michael Todd has one acid weapon in his arsenal. He may not have the length, he may not have the physicality. Nobody's got more heart. Michael Todd came to win.
All right, let's focus now on what's coming up next here in our next match. You got Storm Ciolino and Rob Vigeant Jr. This should be a lot of fun, folks.
About Storm. We have a long history.
Last time we met, I lost to him, and I don't plan on losing again.
Sometimes it's bitter, sometimes it's sweet, but I've got the winning record.
I can't even tell you how many times I faced RVJ, and it's always in the finals. I always end up meeting RVJ at some point at some tournament.
We've pulled about a dozen times or so, and I think he's got maybe 3 wins on me, and all of them have been in the straps.
Definitely a tense relationship. When you have a history of being in the finals with somebody so many times, you get to know each other pretty well.
He's got a little bit of edge to him, and that's great for me because I rise to the occasion.
I see him having too much confidence in his hand.
I can't see how he can beat me without the straps. I don't think he's physically as strong as me.
I see the match going with me winning, obviously. I'm adding that right hammer right next to my left hammer.
I just think, unfortunately for him, I decided to compete in the same sport he did, and I'm just more capable and able.
So 2 great competitors right there. Their thoughts on this match, Neil, and we're going to look at some video of these 2 men and what they do and get your thoughts. And we're first going to start with RVJ, Rob Vigeant Jr.
Yeah, Rob Vigeant Jr. is the guy that comes to the table with everything you need. I mean, if you were to look at this guy's physical capabilities, there aren't any weaknesses. Got a huge hand, got massive joint strength. He's got great reach and he's got great versatility. He doesn't like the strap, and Storm Ciolino is a master of the strap.
Yeah.
This guy's acid weapon is his hand and wrist, and that's why he's been that bogeyman, you know? He's been the nemesis. He's been the guy that's caused problems for Rob Vigeant Jr. And that can create doubt in Rob. Rob operates around confidence. The big change here is that Storm is expecting more of the same.
Yeah.
And what we've seen this year from Rob Vigeant Jr. is not more of the same. It's a better, sharper Rob Vigeant. And speaking to Rob, he likes the strap. He's been training in there, and he may be able to pull something out of his back pocket. Let's go to the tape here.
Tail of the tape, what do you make of that? Anything grab your eyes there?
You know, what I grab mostly around that is, it's all around design. Rob looks a bigger man. He's actually lighter than Storm Ciolino, but he's got the legs of a sparrow. All his weight is in his upper body.
Right.
I mean, he's disproportionately large in his arms, hands, and wrists. That could be the key.
Championship match coming up here from Atlanta. And let's go to Justin Roberts for the introductions.
This barn burner of a bout is for the Middleweight Championship. Approaching the pit first, competing out of Scott Township, Pennsylvania, standing at 6 feet tall, weighing 202 pounds. He is the Northern Regional Middleweight second place finisher and a past Hammer winner with a record of 29 wins and 7 losses. He is Storm Ciolino! His opponent has been a complete beast in 2018 and is one of the most animated competitors on the planet. He electrified the crowd with huge wins at WAL 401 and 402, competing out of Newburyport, Massachusetts, standing at 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 199 pounds, RVJ Rob Vigeant Jr.
Both men making fine entrances, both looking ready to go, and take a look at what the folks on Facebook said. What do you think the results say? Ooh, it's close.
Yeah, it is close, and that's a fair result. I mean, Rob Vigeant Jr., the form he's on right now, deservedly getting that slight lead in the edge there. I'd agree with that entirely. What I would say is that Storm Ciolino is an ever-present threat. We talked about it earlier in the telecast. This is a guy that deserves more recognition than he gets.
Yeah.
He's an absolute stone-cold warrior. Storm Ciolino is the type of man, if you were going into battle, you want him on your right shoulder, you know?
No question.
He doesn't have a backward step. He's up to the challenge. And Rob Vigeant Jr. is a very intelligent individual. He knows the risk he's facing here. He knows that Ciolino has the weaponry to make him work for the win. He may win, but he's going to have to bleed to do it.
Best of 5 here in the middleweight championship match.
Rob's way a little bit. Rob's way. Close your thumb, please. Rob's way. Don't go over.
I don't expect any surprises here, Ben. I think Storm's going to be looking to get to the strap as early as possible because he wants to see if the talk that Rob has been putting around that he's improved in the strap is real or fake. You know?
We're going to find out.
Yes, we are.
Right away.
Now, there's an upside and a downside to this.
Yeah.
Ciolino was looking for the strap really hard and we're in round 1. If he was to come up short here, what's that going to do to his confidence? This is a fearless individual, you know? But at that point, the lights go out in the bedroom. It starts to get really dark, you know? You've got to then, at that point, start to think to yourself, okay, if that was my game plan and it comes crumbling down, where next? You're not going to go inside with Rob Vigeant Jr. You match this guy arm to arm, he will literally damage you for life.
Oh,
Could I get this back, Bart, please? Thank you.
I'll pull it right down the thumb line. Okay.
The potential for a changing of the guard mentally right now. Storm Ciolino has hung the reputation
Square up.
and the past
Thumbs are closed.
victories he's had in that strap mean
right
everything to him. He's looking to expose that confidence weakness. And he's got something there. Storm's got something. You could see momentarily there. Rob's staying with it though. And now he's applying more arm. Vigeant is on this. It's over. Vigeant has got it. He's taken the hand and wrist, and Storm needs to let this go and does. He heard the instruction. Smart man.
Yeah.
He was in there. Once Rob gains hand and wrist, it's done.
It's only one. You got to win 3 to win the match.
You know, Storm's no dummy. This is a smart guy. He was in there.
Sam Harris, who just won.
I know.
Well, they're helping him along with Todd Hutchings.
I love the advice of Todd Hutchings there. Just throw him to the side. Forget all things technique and just literally throw him to the side.
Right.
And it works when you're Todd.
90 seconds between pulls.
Vigeant Jr., usually you see him exploding and going crazy at this stage, you know? His family's here, his wife's here, his sister's here, his brother-in-law is here. And these guys are a tight-knit community. You go to events, Rob has these guys with him all the time, and they've got more self-belief, more belief in him than he has self-belief.
Yeah.
He's the guy that doubts his capability, you know? They don't. Look at them. They know. Heather there,
on the
brunette,
left.
Absolutely confident that her man has the weaponry. He can do the job. I know. And he does. He's already shown it, and his confidence now will be going through the roof.
Yeah, he's ready. He said, let's go, let's hit it.
He said earlier tonight, you know, I'm kind of like a shark, Neil. I need to smell blood in the water.
Yeah.
Well, it's chummed up. You know? Here we go. Ciolino asking himself a few questions, but it's not over in the strap. He had something there for a minute. Very early in the match, he suddenly came over very calm, but he didn't capitalize. this. He didn't grab that opportunity. When you see the light run towards it.
Okay.
They're just going right to the strap. RVJ backed out and said, I want the strap. Bart looked at Storm and said, you want the strap? He said, sure.
Yeah, Rob messing with his head there. We spoke about it a minute ago.
Last time.
That mental changing of the guard, the potential for, when I said Rob will permanently damage you, I didn't mean physically, I mean mentally. The kind of scars that loss would leave with Storm are far deeper than any muscle tear. That's something that's going to keep you awake at night, because a man that you knew you had a weapon to beat in one area, when that's taken away, it's rip it up and start again time, you know? And that is what you're witnessing right here. This is an emergence of a potentially dominant middleweight. In the absence of Todd Hutchings, this is the dominant North American arm wrestler.
Yes, sir. Strap is applied.
Where's your thumbs?
RVJ with a 1-0 lead, the best of 5.
No side pressure yet, Storm.
Storm with a big swallow back there. He needs to make this count. It's over. The hand and wrist there went. Vigeant has taken control again, and Storm is in a world of pain. Rob there can rotate around. Storm's hanging on. This is a strong body, but it's not doing him any favors. Rob can come in onto the bicep. He can press. All this is doing is taking away any opportunity that Storm has to find a way back in the match. Rob feels it, and that's what this is all about right now. He wants to make a statement that he is the Supermatch. Storm Ciolino hates that situation. All these guys are alpha males, none more so than Ciolino.
Vigeant Jr. yelled there at the end as Max Tommen works his arm out.
Your hands way too.
Said it's my year.
Your wrist is not getting. I don't want you to contain his hand.
What I do doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, you are containing.
I want to contain his hand. Keep your hand flat. Pull back. Keep him flat and open. From here, do what the fuck you want. Don't fight him in the middle, because he's strong as shit. That comes down, bam, just get him over here, leave your hands flat, then you go. Get him.
The problem with that advice, however, is that he doesn't have the top end strength. What I mean,
Be up there, like you want him down here, so like this, down here. You need to be up. He needs to be down. Yeah, like he's getting up here, and you can't cup that. He needs to be fucking down here, and you want his hand more.
The issue that they've got there is that they're thinking that Rob Vigeant Jr. is maxing out when they're in that position, and that's very far from the truth. Rob Vigeant Jr. knows exactly what he's doing up there. This is methodology, and it's been employed in perfect manner. If this match turns inside, make no mistake about it, there is one winner, and it'll be more convincing than anything we've seen. Right now, Storm needs to do what Marcio did earlier and get mobile. The one thing that Rob has right now is confidence, and that can become overconfidence. You can take your foot off the gas. If you relax momentarily, as we saw with Todd Hutchings, you can be given a rude awakening. He needs to hope for that. He needs to keep this match mobile. He needs to, in a way, be a bit more submissive. Accept the fact that he's not the stronger man in this match. He needs to become the smarter man in this match. Once again,
to the strap.
Applied back.
Wife and sister there cheering him on. Family.
Rob needs to shut everything out right now. He needs to get in his own little place and focus on what he needs to do. Keep with the game plan. Don't get excited. Don't get flustered. As I said, Storm will fight to the death. There isn't no it's over. I mean, look at this. Rob, as soon as that wrist turned, when you see that wrist crank, it is done. And Storm actually tried to do what he was told to do. He took a lower grip. He tried to leave his arm in the match. To be honest, I knew that would work.
Who can't pull the strap?
You don't take a spoon to a knife fight. It's just not going to work. This is a strong man. You go inside with Rob Vigeant Jr., you better be ready.
Champion, RVJ Rob Vigeant Jr.
Cold hard cash in his hand. Middleweight champion is Rob Vigeant Jr. and
Taylor, this one, mate, it was all about the changing of the guard. The opportunity for It's Rob Vigeant Jr.'s coming out party.
Yeah.
No disrespect at all to Storm. We got the Storm we expected. We got a brave warrior individual who went out on his shield. He tried everything. He was brave. He tried to go to places he doesn't normally go. He stepped well outside his comfort zone, the same as we saw with Matt Mask earlier tonight. A man can only do what he can do, and both men did. Tonight, it's Rob Vigeant Jr.'s night.
It was down to Jason Fisher. Oh, he's in the zone. He's in the zone now with Storm Ciolino.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Storm Ciolino. Storm, it seemed like your strategy was to get into the straps against Rob. Was that your strategy, and what happened here tonight?
It was, and RVJ definitely got the better strap position. I wasn't able to get what I needed to get there, and he came in tonight, you know, training ready for it, so he got the win. Losing's one of the worst things, so I guess I just got to get back to the gym, train harder, train longer, and come back and beat him next year.
All right, yeah. How will this tonight fuel you to do just that?
I mean, a loss is the worst thing that could happen, so I mean, it's gonna fuel you to train harder because you know it didn't work the first time, so you gotta train more hours and more consistently.
Well, you did an amazing job this season. You guys have a lot of history against each other, and I have a feeling this is not the last time you're gonna go head-to-head against one another.
No, we're both young competitors in the sport. We've been competing for many years, so I'm sure we're gonna see each other time and time after again.
Well, I can't wait for that, and the fans can't either. Give it up one more time for Storm Ciolino. Thanks, Storm. And let's keep it going for our champion tonight, RVJ, Rob Vigeant Jr. Rob, clearly you heard his strategy was to get you in the strap, and the first thing you said when you won was, yeah, look at me now.
You know, it was a big weakness of mine, but the beauty of this sport is evolution. And the videos they study of a guy that lost in the straps is dead and gone. I've evolved.
What did you do in the gym, working out, training to improve your game so that you could be crowned champion here tonight?
You know, it's just becoming a student of the game, learning the angles, not being too proud to learn that you do have holes and weaknesses and focus on them and just get it done. Instead of trying to go around the hurdle, tackle it, take it over.
Well, amazing job here tonight. Let's give it up for your 2018 Middleweight Champion, RVJ. Get your hammer, Rob.
He's got the cash already. Now he's got the hammer. He hoists that thing to the sky. And a well done match by Rob Vigeant Jr., the champion in the middleweight here in 2018. We're not done our main event. How'd you like to face that guy? Michael Todd backstage, getting his mind right. He'll take on Devin Larratt. When we come back, as we go to break, let's get a up-close look with Michael Todd at home.
My sheer disgust for losing will outweigh my opponent's desire to win every time. That's it. I hate the way it feels to lose, so I just choose not to. I am Monster Michael Todd from Hot Springs, Arkansas. 34-time national champion and 18-time world champion. As far as me being a competitive person, I was a martial artist as a kid, had a black belt by the time I was 14, and I was competing in the adult class and winning. So if you don't like losing, you become pretty competitive. I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for my wife. We're actually together 24/7. She's on me all the time to make sure that I come in at peak performance. Rebecca and I also run a transformation business. So not only is this our private gym that we train in, it's also our private gym where we train clients.
My name is Rebecca Todd, better known as Mrs. Monster. And my main job is to make sure he gets all of his nutrition in. He has to eat every 2 hours, and most of those are on me. That's a lot of cooking. Taking care of the monster is a full-time job.
After you're an arm wrestler and you become an arm wrestler, you feel everything that uses your hands and your wrists and your forearms. If I'm outside working on a tree, chainsawing, logging, riding a motorcycle, ATVing, I'm always gonna find a way to use my hands and wrist and forearm because I'm always preparing for that next battle.
Michael is a fierce competitor. And going into every single competition in these last 6 years that I've been with him, as soon as he steps up to that table, you can see the change happen. They say ready, go, and he's a totally different animal. He's the monster.
The fuel for me to win this match is to be the WAL champion. I'm not here to be second.
This is the
All right, Neil, let's take a look back at the last two matches. We had Luke Kent, Sam Harris. Sam Harris wins the hammer in that one.
Yeah, he did. It was a masterful performance tonight from Sam Harris. He showed how much he's involved as an arm wrestler. Every angle was covered. He just had too much there, too complete in his all-around game. He closed down the angles, he shut down the space, and he shut down the speed. That's the primary weapon of Luke Kent, and he never got it down tonight. Deserved winner.
Cash in one hand, a hammer in the other, and then we just saw before our last break, Storm Ciolino and Rob Vigeant Jr., and it went the way of RVJ.
It did, mate, and the old adage is, you know, that everybody's got a plan until they get hit. Well, tonight Storm got hit. He came in here looking for the strap. He found the strap, and he found a new, improved version of Rob Vigeant Jr. He's gone home, he's done his homework, and he passed that test.
I liked what he said in the interview. He said, I've evolved, and you nodded your head about 3 times looking at me.
Yes, sir, that's exactly what he's done, and that's what this is. This is physical chess.
Back inside of Turner Studio here in Atlanta. We're gonna welcome you into our humble abode, and the boss is with us. 2 straight events, you're with us. Did I do something wrong?
No, absolutely. The
I'm
first
kidding.
3 years, none, and now look at taking rid of me.
Steve Kaplan with us, and all kidding aside, can we just do all the shows next year here?
Yeah, what a place, right?
This
What
awesome.
a crowd, what a place. Amazing.
How do you feel that this season has gone with the format, the way it's you guys put it together?
You know, we've seen epic growth across every single thing that's out there, and we're so excited about that. Bigger crowds and you know, just it's great. Being on BR Live is wonderful,
Yes.
of course, and it's a great home for us.
Neil?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't echo that more. It's exciting times. As an arm wrestler myself, this is dream come true. You know, you get an opportunity like we've got here. The digital age lends itself to the sport of arm wrestling. It's that fast payoff. It's visceral. It's got everything there. And we're only scratching the surface. You know, the World Arm Wrestling League's seeking out that entertaining athlete. We're going worldwide. We've found it tonight. There's evidence of it throughout this season. It's onwards and upwards, and it can only get better.
No question. No question.
Yeah,
So-
there's competitors all over the world. There's such a depth of talent, like you were saying,
there is
that we're just scratching the surface, and what we have is amazing, but there's way more.
We got 1 match to go.
Yeah.
This is the one, Steve.
I don't know. I've been looking forward to this match like forever. So I don't know. It's we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right, Devin Larratt, Michael Todd. Let's hear these 2 guys. A little smack talk going on between these 2 guys.
Michael Todd and I have a long history. If you were to design the perfect arm wrestler, that's Devin. I've watched him evolve. The thing is, he doesn't have my heart. Michael Todd has one vulnerability. At the opening, he disbelieves. Everyone's still thinking Devin's the champ, Devin's the man. I'm going into 406 to prove that I'm the champ. Michael's only credible threat is to move back. I will win. That WO Hammer's staying in Arkansas. Just stand your ground. Let him run away. That's how you beat Michael Todd.
And so the hammer up for grabs, along with $20,000 in this one. And this is going to be fun, Neil. The monster Michael Todd, we've seen him a bunch here this season. Thoughts on him in this one against Devin?
You know, Michael has not a great deal going for him here. Michael is giving away height, he's giving away levers, he's giving away just about everything you possibly can. But this man has made a career out of doing things that nobody expected him to do. And tonight, do not doubt the monster. He's facing the ultimate weapon in this sport. He's got everything that you need to be the very best in the world, and he's delivering on the promise. I can't wait for this match. The last time these guys met in 2011, it was awesome. Expect the same.
All right, there's his wife Jody, always with him, and part of his traveling party, and she's flexing, ready to go. Let's get to know Devin Larratt a little bit more as we go at home with him.
My name's Devin Larratt. I live in Ottawa, Canada. I'm 40 years old. I pull in the 225-pound class. I've always loved fighting. I've always been drawn to it since I was a kid. In 2001, I came to Canadian Special Forces. Did it really on a whim, just walking by the recruiting office and walked in. I thought that the best contribution I could make was to fight for civilization.
He's done 7 tours in Afghanistan.
Big day ahead of me. I need to look my best. Sometimes when you're faced with your own mortality, you get a little bit better at living the rest of your life. Skydiving for me is a release. Love that letting go of the plane sensation. The instant when I'm even starting to think about letting go of that plane, I have to get rid of all my fear. That is a beautiful thing, to be able to free yourself of that entrapment. The joy that you can feel in flying through the air, the adrenaline, falling through the sky, it's an amazing feeling. This type of training improves my mindset for my arm wrestling. You're forced to keep as much of your mind active as possible. Your life depends on it. It forces me to think while I'm under stress. There's a lot of stress, you think you might die, in arm wrestling, you really have to make that switch, you have to turn into something else to be really good at the table. You have to let go of what you are in everyday life, and you have to become something else. And it's the same thing in skydiving. You have to do something that you don't really want to do, but once you get there, you can really let go of everything. What a great day. Got no skydive. I went on leave last year just to pursue arm wrestling fully. Every day, I'm training for this moment.
Especially with this year off, he will literally train all day long.
I just blew through a dude's hand. To win at the WAL, it means you're a bad dude. It's the biggest pro league that there's ever been. To win it the first year, I'm a part of history. It's a big deal for me.
Time now to look at our tail of the tape. Neil Pickup, the monster Michael Todd, Devin No Limits Larratt.
You got to look at the fact there that you've got a unification battle here, super heavyweight versus heavyweight.
Right.
But interestingly, whilst Michael Todd is the heavier man here, that distance has been closed. Devin Larratt has an unusually massive frame. He's suited at super heavyweight.
Do you agree with this, the Facebook fan poll?
A lot of people vote who see what Devin has done and what he's capable of. But Michael Todd is in this match. He knows what he's facing and he wants to face it.
Let's get over now to our pit announcer, Justin Roberts, with the introductions for our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event of the evening. This is one of the most anticipated bouts, attracting viewers from all over the world, and it is for the WAL Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, competing out of Hot Springs, Arkansas, he stands at 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 276 pounds with a record of 12 wins and 3 losses. He has won titles all around the world and is the current WAL Super Heavyweight Champion, Monster Michael Todd. And his opponent is considered one of the greatest arm wrestlers of all time. competing out of Big Island, Ontario, Canada. He stands at 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 263 pounds. He was the 2015, 2016, and 2017 WAL heavyweight champion, and one of only 4 people to have won the WAL hammer on both arms, with an incredible record of 31 wins and only 3 losses. No limits, Devin Larratt.
So Devin Larratt makes his way in after Michael Todd, kiss for wife Jody, and it's main event time, Neil Pickup.
Yes, it is. And this is something that a lot of people have waited to see for a long, long time. These guys met 2011, 15,000 people witnessed it. Michael Todd has prayed for this match ever since. And as the money goes on the table,
it's a whole lot of Benjamins.
Most people came here for the money. Michael Todd came here for history.
Yeah.
He wants to put his name at a place it can never be scratched away.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let the games begin.
Saw Devin in Los Angeles at WAL 405 back on August 9th. He won 3-1 against Matt Mask. Here going for the heavyweight championship, the hammer, and 20K.
This is for the heavyweight championship. Gentlemen, this is hammer time. Square up, please.
We are in Atlanta, MC Hammer.
Yes, indeed.
Square up. You expect something to be wrong, Bart. Let's do this.
The mind game started a long time ago,
yes.
Ben, and they are continuing this.
No question about it.
Close your thumbs.
Best of 5.
Close your hands. Go!
There's the slip. No surprise again,
No.
Ben, really. I mean, it was always going to happen.
Yep. Michael Todd in Cleveland against Jerry Cadorette. Did heavy damage to his hand.
Broke his hand.
Broke his hand. Came back. Competed with that broken hand in LA.
Let me pull this back a little bit, Mike.
This man doesn't lack heart.
And he won 3-0 that night against Marcio Barbozza.
You know, I don't think there's anyone. The Devin Larratt family are turning up the volume.
They are, big time.
So fucking far underneath this, dude. I'm not gonna tighten it like that. No, it's gonna be. Keep his arm down, Mike.
All strategy.
So I suppose playing Enter Sandman won't scare anybody right now.
If he doesn't hold you, it won't be.
What they believe in isn't important. What is important, what does Devin Larratt believe in?
Right.
When you're at the arm wrestling table, nobody's there with you. You're on your own.
Square up, please.
So far underneath this thing, and I'm leaning that way. He's gonna close one up, and just make sure you start clear.
Come down,
Devin has every weapon. Which one will he
Side
choose?
pressure, stop.
It's on my side of the table, Bart. Look at my nuts.
So I'm just trying to even it. Come around. Close your thumbs. Foul. When you first tapped, you had it here. One foul, Devin, capping.
Smart tactic employed by Michael there, the chest bump. Looking to feel what direction.
Close your thumbs.
Devin will react autopilot.
Close your
His
hands.
body will react. That's what Michael wanted to know. There's the side. He's taken the wrist of Larratt.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. Anybody who doubted that Michael Todd was in this match, doubt no longer. Because Devin is going to have to work for this one.
Big time.
Michael Todd hanging back. Michael can stay there for a long, long time.
Yes, he can.
Devin needs to gain his hand back. He needs to walk and climb. Nothing wrong with those elbows. There's the climb and the attempted climb. He's going to take small, bite-sized moves to try to gain incremental wins. He can't take big sweeps. He can reach anywhere on the table, but he must time the movement. If he opens his hand and leaves it open for any extended period of time, Michael will capitalize and Devin's hand and wrist will collapse. Devin Larratt, super cerebral, but he is having to think hard now, and he's lost his wrist, regains it. That's the benefit he's got with the length of arm. The hand and wrist control. He's feeling for weaknesses, trying to see if he can bust open the arm of Michael Todd. Everybody of the opinion that nobody has the endurance of Devin Larratt. We're about to find out if that's true.
Yeah, he's...
There's that hand walk. This is exactly the same as we saw in round 1 in Manchester. Devin going to try and press through. And
wow! Are you kidding me?
When you can reach anywhere on the table and you have the bravery to walk through gunfire, you may just dodge the bullets.
1-0 lead.
The
Devin Larratt.
Superman from the frozen middle just showed why he has the reputation. Because he is fearless. This is a risk taker. A natural risk taker. He wants that thrill. He's seeking the thrill.
I need to tell you nothing.
You're right, you need to tell him nothing. This guy is going to try.
Let's fucking do it.
Thrill seeker.
There we go, right back. They're wasting no time. Still a little more than 50 seconds to go before they had to be back up there. But they're both ready to go. Devin with a 1-0 lead on Michael Todd.
Michael dives in there, loses hand and wrist for a moment. Shocked a little bit by that approach, Michael. Didn't expect Devin to go there. Speaking to Devin in the hotel the other day, now that he's left the Special Forces, he said he seeks out that thrill, he seeks out that danger to try to get to a situation where he feels alive again. This is that exact type of scenario, and he loves to be able to put the theory into practice.
Square your shoulders.
Devin Larratt, 1-0 lead in the best of 5 here in the heavyweight championship.
And in a very impressive fashion. What that's done is it's educated Devin. He knows he has an opportunity to do something that maybe even he thought he couldn't do. Expect more side. There's a big drive early from Devin. He's gone in early. He tried to finish it early. Look for the reversal from Michael if he can make this about arm. If he can make it arm on arm, he'll try and come around and press. And he needs to react now. He can't sit and wait. He's not going to burn out Devin as he thought he might. Devin with the climb. There was the attempt. Unsuccessful. Michael tried to dive in. I knew it was going to come. It's just a matter of time. Now Devin is becoming more comfortable. He's trying to find that gap. Starting to come for a press there, but he's got a little bit outside his shoulder now. This is a little more dangerous for Devin.
Digging in with that right leg.
Same move. Same move again. Michael wise to it now. Big dive on the arm. There was the attempt again. Michael does it. That's the press. That is a win. And he timed it right.
1-1.
We are in an arm wrestling match,
Big time. Big time.
And I don't care whether anybody believes in monsters. When one climbs out from under your bed and says boo, it's scary.
Beautiful.
Monster Michael Todd, how bad do you want this match?
So you can be sure they're going to take the time here. After pull number 1, they were both back up there with about a minute remaining. Maybe they won't take the whole time.
You know what?
Corrected.
Michael Todd takes a lot of abuse online. He takes a lot of negative criticism from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it always surprises me because this guy is the embodiment of heart. You know? He arm wrestles so bravely.
Yeah. My first year seeing him, and I agree 100%. 1-1 this thing, and we're going to the strap, Neil.
You're going to see it all night, mate. I don't think we'll see any match where this doesn't go to the strap, and both men welcome it, you know?
No, winning's my specialty.
All strategy employed by the Canadians, the Green Machine, the famous Ottawa High Hookers.
Yes.
And they'll try and work every angle.
Yep.
But Michael Todd doesn't scare easy.
Well, he is a monster.
He is indeed.
That's right.
Okay, I gotta get the webbing equal before I pull it down.
Jordy.
Come down a little bit, Devin.
Very vocal as always.
Yes.
Come down, Devin.
Bart Wood being assisted here by Mike Fontenot. Jen Wood, a part of the officiating crew as well.
2011.
Yeah.
Said earlier,
7 years,
15,000
yeah.
people were ignited by this match, and we're getting more of the same. Sometimes you put two elements together and it just makes a good sauce, and that is what we're seeing here. Devon again trying to bounce from the center and make this about a hand battle. If he can achieve that, it's big time in his favor. But Michael is aggressive to the side, a little bit like Todd. Great move from Devon there, great move from Devon. Brought it back up to center. Michael stays with it, and those little bumps, you see him? He'll just do that little push to the side.
Yeah.
What he's trying to do there is stop Devon from finding a balance point, an anchor point. And Devon's wrist has been sacrificed. He's going to press. Can he finish? He's sold it now. He's gone to the bank. Really needs to finish here. He saw Jerry Cadorette do this successfully, and he's done it once himself tonight. Can he do it again? So very close. Michael.
Elbow foul on Michael Todd.
This is the skin of his teeth from Michael. I mean, he couldn't run anymore. I'm not sure what we've got, whether it's an elbow foul. We're going to find out.
Devon wins it, 2-1.
Most interestingly there is that in order to achieve that victory, Devon Larratt had to go where there is no air.
Big
and
time.
You can see what it's done to him.
Big time.
Now Michael Todd is smiling.
You think he's got a little more in the tank?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I think Michael Todd is happy to have somebody jump all over him like that.
Okay.
And Devon Larratt is in an unusual position right now. He's breathing heavy. He's trying to slow everything down. He's got experience. Courage Under Fire is this guy's specialist subject.
Why are you sitting down?
Take your time. Stay.
And
him.
And him. There's the breath.
Yep.
Like we need to play
Let's go, Dad. Show who you are.
Remember, this wear and tear that goes on to both men, we don't see from Devon Larratt the same concern because he has other weapons that he can use.
Yeah.
But Michael Todd now is calling him on.
He is.
Michael wants him to come back to the table. He wants the match to continue. There's no fear here, not from either man.
Yeah.
Both men are brave.
Plenty of time still on the clock, but they're up there. They want it. 2-1. Devon Larratt can win it here, win the hammer, and 20,000.
Personally, wow, that was damn close.
Man, fuck you. You don't need to go there.
His forearm went, but his wrist didn't go below.
I don't think it was a pin, personally. I think it goes to the strap where we thought it would go.
No question.
A lot of blood in Michael Todd's forearm there, really heavily blown up, but the man who is breathing heavier is definitely Devon Larratt.
Yes,
right now.
no question.
Good luck, buddy.
He's got courage under fire, though, as I say. He doesn't mind. He's not frightened of this kind of situation. He's a natural risk taker. Said it before, the kind of guy who'd go to a barbecue at Ronda Rousey's house and leave the toilet seat up. Fear danger.
But that takes a lot, to do that. First of all, to get invited there, number one, then to leave the toilet seat
if
up.
you find out how that happens, we'll both go,
Right, likewise. 2-1 Devon Larratt, I digress.
And when we saw the fan poll and the heavy favorite, listen in here, it's getting tasty.
Get this webbing. Oh, listen.
80%.
I gotta see this. Mike, drive your hand up. Get the webbing equal.
Pivotal match, and Michael knows it.
Sit down.
Yes. Do or die for him. Gotta win to stay alive.
Yeah, Devon Larratt went to the bank on that last pin.
Look at him.
Yeah. He sold it all there. His hand and wrist was sacrificed. It's going to be hard for him to get back that hand and wrist dominance. Not to the level he had it before. Michael never had it.
I'm telling you to square. If you move out of square, I'm going to show you.
You can't lose what you never had. And Michael didn't have hand dominance. He's just going red line and heart, as we've seen from him so many times. Timing is important now. Expect a change from Larratt.
One foul. He's coming. Set your elbow down. We got one foul.
Michael needs to calm down.
So he gives Devon the foul.
Yeah. We don't want this to descend into that kind of match, though. I'd rather see it end on arm wrestling. And
close your thumbs.
Oh, no question.
We've seen this kind of thing and mind games from Devon before.
Yep.
This is not that look. If you look at him now, he's very serious.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's a pin. That was a pin. Oh, damn day.
Yes, it was.
Through the pad. That's 2-2 in any book.
2-2.
Hey, I'll tell you what it is. You doubt Michael Todd at your peril.
Clean slate now, 2-2.
Wow. Are you awake yet?
Oh, man, I can watch this for an hour.
To the World Arm Wrestling League.
2-2 evened up. Do they take all the time here, Neil, or do they just get right up there again?
Devon Larratt needs to go back to the blueprint. And Jody, if she's smart, will be...
Keep him there?
No, she'll just let him do his thing now. She will will him to win more than anybody in this audience. But this is a professor, and you've got to let him go back to the lab for a minute.
Okay. He's back in the lab.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He needs to do something a little different now. He needs to be elusive. Run.
Winner takes it. The hammer and the 20,000. Michael Todd or Devin Larratt. Who's it going to be?
Big dive in there. We're going to go to the strap match. It was a huge foul from...
He was on the money.
Yeah, he was on the money, but you were too, Mike. That was an even set, and it should be strap.
Yeah.
Devin might get a foul here, but we're going to strap. Bartwood with a calm head, as usual.
Oh, yeah. He's always calm, man.
Come on, gentlemen.
Amazes me how calm he is sometimes.
This is for all the marbles.
This is the capper to the 2018
That's
WAL
nice to see
season.
there, Ben. Did you hear that? Real nice.
Yeah.
Michael Todd there just saying no matter who wins, that's good. You know, at this stage when it's all there.
Absolutely.
Sorry to jump in there, brother, because I know you were on it. Sweating heavily. You don't see that a lot, do you?
No, I haven't. In the 4 years I've been around this with you and WAL, I've never seen that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what it is. If Michael Todd doesn't get more positivity and fans from this performance, I don't know what you want, people, because this guy...
What would it take?
Oh, God.
For that not to happen.
He couldn't try harder, could he?
No, absolutely not.
Talk about come and try and get something.
For center. You see the middle is here. I'm not even there yet. I'm doing it, but you're pulling me this way. There we go. This way for center.
Tighten your square shoulder rep. Look at that. He's hard in. You can't start like that.
Square up.
2-2. Winner takes it all.
He's got me leaning sideways.
Devin now will try and keep Michael outside that shoulder because it's so dangerous for him to go in there.
Keep that back.
This is for the money, but it isn't about money. This is about who's the man.
Yep.
Come around.
7 years of desire from Michael Todd.
Square. It's square. Close your hands.
No, it's got to be. That wasn't close to. Yeah, that wasn't close to a fair start there. They got to get this.
Yes, sir.
Praying that this does not descend into fouls. We want to see the strongest arm.
Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go.
And away we go. Massive drive from Todd. There's the hand and wrist, and Devin will sell it now. He's going to try everything he can possibly do to press through that arm. He will go to the bank. There's nothing left now. There's no opportunity to come back. He must finish this arm wrestling match. He's committed. He's driven forward. There is nowhere to run. He's pinned in, he's diving around the table, anything he can do to get more leverage on this match. But Michael Todd has seated himself there and he's climbing. Watch for the big drive from Devin, he'll try to time it. He wants to extend the bicep of Michael Todd. If he does that, Michael's going to get a sharp pain in the back of his elbow and he'll be forced to give up.
Yeah.
Michael's got to climb higher, keep that pressure applied. If he can get Devin onto his side of the table, he'll then look to sneak around and press. The range, the reach of Devin Larratt is like no one else, but he has no feeling in that hand and wrist now. And Michael climbs, little squeeze, stays tight. There's no elbow foul there. Jordy's looking for it, but it doesn't exist. That was a foul from elbow. It was actually Devin's. The elbow came on somebody, and he's on the running foul.
Yep.
Michael is looking good here. Very brave attempt to reversal from Devin Larratt, and he's actually managed to loosen the strap. Talk about fight to the death.
Are you kidding me? This is absolutely epic.
Michael Todd coming for the press. Michael tried to get on that shoulder.
Yeah.
If he connects with that shoulder, the match is over.
Yeah. Devin had him oh so close.
He's gone to the bank, and he's gone to the bank early. Needs to watch that elbow too. Michael Todd looking good for the monster right now. Devin sweating heavily. The man with no limits may have just found the limit. This is an unbelievable arm wrestling match. The last time these men met, I told you earlier today, it was the best arm wrestling match I'd ever seen. This is
This
the
might be the best one I've ever seen.
Awesome. Big drive. Well, Michael does it. Wow! It is monster.
Tuck it down.
Michael Todd with the win. Welcome to the World Arm Wrestling League. The impossible is possible. Michael Todd is the heavyweight champion of the World Arm Wrestling League.
What a match.
Do you believe in monsters now?
I do.
Do you believe in monsters now? Monsters exist. They're real and they live in the World Arm Wrestling League.
What a show. What a show. The heavyweight champ.
Michael Todd deserved that match, and I'll tell you this, Devin Larratt will be the first man to admit it.
I thought he had endurance.
Let's look back at
So many pivotal moments.
finish here, Neil.
I mean, we knew in the early rounds that when Michael Todd got in with the shoulder, he had the dominance in power. Devin Larratt had a rare experience today. He was forced to go to the bottom of his arsenal, to the bottom of the bag of tools. He came up with something, but the attrition in the early rounds was the difference. And when it comes down to heart, is there anyone that has more of that than Michael Todd?
All right, let's go down to Devin Larratt and Jason Fisher.
I'm here with Devin Larratt. Devin, this is something I've never seen before, is you come up just a little bit short. What happened here tonight against Michael Todd?
Michael, good job. What can I say? Congratulations, Michael.
Love you, Devin.
Awesome match.
Same to you, brother.
You guys are fierce competitors, a lot of trash talk, weeks in advance of this. But at the end of the day, talk a little bit about the respect that the two of you do have for one another.
Michael's been arm wrestling a very long time. I poke a lot of fun, but his style is amazing.
I can't pull
You know,
my close.
arm wrestlers need to look past just, the surface of arm wrestling. What Michael's doing is very advanced. Taught me a lesson tonight. Thank you, Michael.
Well, certainly you will be back. How will tonight fuel you for next year's WAL series?
I got a lot to work on. Back to drawing board, but I promise I'll be back. I love arm wrestling like crazy, and you'll see me soon.
We will, absolutely. Give it up one more time for Devin Larratt.
Woo, where's my hammer?
And, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your champion here tonight, the monster, Michael Todd. Michael, you said in the middle, no limits, you are his limit.
I've been saying it the whole time. I love that dude. I've got more respect for that guy, for what he's done for his country, for what he's done for this sport. I mean, all those views just came to me, baby. Woo!
Can you put into words what you are feeling right now? I know you spend countless hours in the gym, training, fueling, mentally and physically for this moment here right now. Can you describe what this is like for you?
It's a pinnacle. It's a pinnacle, man. So, the only way he was gonna beat me today was he had to be on a whole nother level of strength. I refused to let that man out arm wrestle me today. He did it 7 years ago. Wasn't gonna let it happen today.
Well, I think this is definitely the beginning of an incredible rivalry. I can't wait to see you guys go head-to-head again. And finally, what does it mean to have your wife in your corner, by your side at every match, and here tonight to celebrate this win?
I couldn't do this without her. She's my best friend. I don't see a sunset without this woman. I don't have a life experience without this woman. She's the very best part of me.
Amazing. Well, celebrate together and let's bring up the trophy. He wants his hammer, your 2018 heavyweight champion, Monster Michael Todd.
Hold that shit.
Yeah. So Michael Todd, the winner with the cash, the hammer. He wanted the hammer, Neil.
Mate, he wanted that hammer so bad. He wanted that recognition so bad. What a way to gain it in front of, I mean, it was an honor to be involved with that.
Well, final thought as we see all the great people involved, we scroll through our credits. We
A dramatic
thank
night,
all
wasn't
them.
it?
Yeah, we thank all them for all they did all year and for all the people here at Turner Studio in Atlanta. A final thought from you, Neil.
You know, this was the essence of arm wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, these men brought this. BR Live putting this around. Everybody gets the opportunity to see this and see arm wrestling at its very best. We said it when Steve Kaplan was at the desk here.
Yep.
We've not even scratched the surface. But what a great, great night of arm wrestling this was.
It really was. That'll do it for WAL 406, the World Arm Wrestling League Supermatch Showdown Series 2018 from the Turner Arena here in Atlanta. Over $250,000 in prize money was given out to these impressive competitors, along with the prize WAL Hammer of Champions. Michael Todd's got his hammer.
Michael Todd has got his hammer. He worked for that hammer. We saw dominant champions emerge, and we saw exciting rivalries that we can build and build upon.
No
I don't know about
question.
you, but I'm excited, Mr. Holden.
I am too, man. It was great to be with you tonight. Some head home in victory. Some, well, they get the hardware for their trophy rooms. Others motivated to come back bigger and better next season. But for now, we end the 2018 season here in the WAL on a high note and sign off saying, from the World Arm Wrestling League and all of us involved, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next year.